views intended for immature audiences only.
There's no such thing as a radio rating system.
But if there were, this show would be rated O as in...
Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the crazy soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56 and, is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Monday. We are good to be back here with you. We've got a fantastic week coming up. We've got a lot of news that's been breaking here today. A lot of Ohio State football to talk about. Some Cleveland Browns news. It is crazy. We're going to get going. Common Man is having some much needed time off as we get ready for a game week next week. But Dave Biddle, the Salt and Pepper King himself, he is in today. Dave, it's good to see you, my man.
Play ball, Timmy Hall. Great to be with you, my friend.
Yeah, here we go. So Julian Sayin is the starting quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Before we dive completely in, we do have a fun show coming up. Foodgasm, as always, on Mondays at 4:46, so we look forward to that. And Jason's Beef at 5:30. Hey, the Reds, let's go! Hey, I knew they were going to end that streak. I just was hoping that they would do it before Sunday. I thought when they were up 8-1 on Friday, they might get it done. You got to come away with a win when you're up 8-1. But hey, you know, they still stopped the Brewers streak when it was all said and done.
Yeah, man, I was thinking like they've gone the entire season without getting swept. This is how they're going to get swept. Up 8-1, lose that one. The next game's pretty much in the bag, lose that one. And then the final game looked like it was in the Brewers' bag, and the Reds won it. So we'll see what happens, man. They're hanging in there. They'll probably be the first team out of the playoffs, but we'll see.
That's not what our guy Jason Stark has said.
Keeping on, and the Cubs or Padres or Mets can have a little fall off, then the Reds will sneak in. And then Jason Stark is great. I can't wait to talk to him later.
Yeah, again, you may not have been listening last week, but what do you think about that? Stark already logged a prediction that the Reds are a playoff team. Does that make you sleep better at night?
It does, because I think, and part of his logic was the Reds are going to keep on keeping on. They started off slow, and all they've done now is just they start off 3-7. They just boom, boom, boom. They're 1 game over, 2 games. Now they're 5 games over. He thinks they're going to keep on keeping on, finish like with 86 wins or so. And I think the theory is one of those 3 is going to drop off: the Mets, the Padres, or the Cubs. I don't know if I buy into that. I tend to think, being a Reds fan, that the Reds are going to finish just out. But tell you what, man, like the future is set up, and I don't mean the future like 5 years from now, next year, the year after that, if we have baseball in 2027. It sets up really well for the Reds with this young core coming together. Tito, a future Hall of Fame manager.
I hope so for you, man.
I'm encouraged because keep in mind.
Yeah.
So right now they're 5 games over 500. Nothing to write home about.
There's a lot of teams that are a lot worse off than that.
Yeah, and Timmy, like
my team among them, the O's,
right,
they suck.
Right, and coming into the year, their over/under for wins was 78.5. 78.5. All right, so they're 14 away.
So just get to 500. Get to 500, and you're better than that.
So you could go 79-83 and win that bet if you took the over. I don't know if anybody took the over on that bet.
I don't know. If somebody was just telling me about that about 5 minutes before we came on the air here. You know what? By the way, we'll get to Julian saying things in a minute. I really can't decide yay or nay on the ghost runner rule. I know we've had that, but extra innings starting with a runner on second. It's just like one of those natural things where if it goes with you, you love it, And that was one of those cases where last night it really helped you. You get the bunt down, you load the bases, you get the Austin Hayes hit in. When it works for you, you're thinking, man, that's a great rule. Just really solid rule, moves it along in extra innings. I like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, Timmy, I wouldn't like it if it was the postseason. Like, for the regular season, I like it. You're playing 162 games. Like, when these teams have to play like an 18-inning game, it just kills your bullpen. And like,
I want to be clear about that. Yes, regular season.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Regular season.
I'm okay
it's a
with
lot.
It. I'm okay with it in the regular season. Like, and they don't do it in the postseason. So they did a good job there. And listen, this is not when we're playing like backyard baseball with like a tennis ball and like a metal bat, like when we have like real ghost runners. These are not ghost runners. These are just like extra runners. I like it because it keeps the game moving. But to your point, I like it a lot when my team wins, when they're extra runners.
If we really had ghost runners and you're going off of like when the batter stepped on first.
Yeah, I mean, the rule of ghost runners is if there's a guy on second, you have to hit a double, or if he doesn't come in. Like it's just an extra runner. The announcers all say ghost runner. I'm like, it's not really a ghost runner.
Really
there's a dude standing there. It's just an extra runner.
Kind of rule that's like that's been good for me is 3-on-3 in overtime for hockey in regular season games. I think that's really exciting. It's a lot of fun to watch for a 5-minute period. And if it doesn't happen, you go right to the shootout. But of course, you would not think about doing something like that in a postseason game when you have that. So it's kind of similar with the way that works. But yes, the major news today. A lot of us saw it coming, and a lot of people were starting to believe that this was a closer quarterback competition in the end. We talk Ohio State football here. Julian Sayin is the starting quarterback for Ohio State. He's got the ball for Texas week. Ryan Day was certainly making this sound at the press conference today that Lincoln Kienholz is going to be ready to go. He's still preparing. He doesn't have a bad head on his shoulders about it. He still went out and had a good practice. This is the way I saw it coming. Everything that you were reading and seeing, Dave, and hearing, what did you think?
Yeah, Timmy, I would have been shocked if it wasn't Julian. And, that being said, like Lincoln, I agree with Coach Day. If Lincoln had to go in there and play, even against Texas, I think he'd get the job done. But, Timmy, you look at what like Jeremiah Smith said about Julian Sayin a couple months ago in that story in The Athletic when he was back home in Miami talking about, yeah, Julian's the guy, almost unprompted. It wasn't like the reporter was like, hey, who's going to win the starting quarterback job? It was just Jeremiah unprompted, just talking up Julian Sayin. And, game knows game, right? And then that immediately reminded me of a few months before that at the Combine, where guys like Will Howard and Emeka Egbuka and even some of the defensive guys like Cody Simon and Jordan Hancock and Denzel Burke and Lathan Ransom were all saying, yeah, Julian's going to be the guy. So, yes, I think Lincoln made it a good competition, but it was pretty clear to me entering camp, unless Julian really screwed up or got hurt, he was going to be the guy. So, not surprising, but I think it's good for the Buckeyes, Timmy, that like Lincoln pushed him. Like it makes Julian better, and that shows you if something does happen, Lincoln can get the job done in theory.
Well, you've got, and again, I think to look at Julian Sayin like he is not athletic. He's not Lincoln Kienholz when it comes to the athleticism, but Julian is a guy that's going to he's going to show you his mobility. He's going to show you his ability to move around, gain a couple of extra, beats in the pocket, getting outside the pocket, throwing on the move. And I think you go back to when, because we saw him play a little bit. He had the dump off to, who was it, Jelani Thurman? Or no, it wasn't Jelani Thurman. Who had the 55-yard touchdown reception?
Bennett Christian?
It might have been Bennett Christian. Yeah.
He looks a little bit like Bennett Christian, don't you think? Don't you think Rhyme Time looks a little bit?
Rhyme Time, which, by the way,
a little bit.
Rhyme Time is here, so yes.
He looks a little bit like Bennett Christian.
Maybe a little bit. I don't think anybody else knows what Bennett Christian looks like.
Not as quite as yoked up, but like...
Well, either way. Both
good-looking dudes.
He had that 155-yard touchdown pass last year, but other than that, it was not a lot of time for Julian Sayin. So this is going to be a big moment, a big deal. We all knew it was going to be, as Texas is that first team. First opponent, it's going to be big.
I wish I was as big as him.
Right, but you look a little bit like him, right?
I guess with my hair a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait, what? We still talking about Bennett Christian
here? You're not 6'6", 265. Yeah.
Do you want to be 6'6", 265? Perfect height and weight?
Of course he would.
I mean, I like the 6'6", but I don't want 265.
The good thing about being about 6'6", 265 and being like all jacked up like he, when your football career's over, you can just pull Jim Lachey or anybody, name it, Jerry Radzinski, whoever else. All of them do this. James Laurinaitis, where you're like, oh man, these guys were just like jacked, like 240 pounds. You see them, they're like 180 and skinny. Luke Fickell, that would be Rhyme Time there.
I'll do 6'6", 230. I'd probably be in the NBA then.
6'6", 230 is what
you'd probably not be in the NBA at 6'6", 230.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
What position you play in?
230 might be too much.
Unless you're Charles Barkley, you're not playing in the NBA at 6'6", 230.
We'll do 215.
People forget what Chuck's actual build was. I think you got to give him a 6'7" though.
Yeah, he likes to say 6'6".
He likes to say 6'4". Actually 6'6".
He says 6'4". There's no way he was 6'4". I've seen Charles Barkley in person. I think he's 6'6".
Well, Kevin Durant's 7 feet tall, and they have him listed as 6'10".
So Barkley was listed at 6'6", but he'd be like,
was
no,
listed as 6'6".
I'm more like 6'4". I'm more 6'4". Terrible.
Man, that's a hell of a career out of Chuck with that height, right? Being the round mound to rebound. That's why they say, I don't care who you are. Aaron Bradshaw was 7'1", and he couldn't find his way to 2 rebounds in a basketball game. We got guys that are out there 6'6", some of the best rebounders in the history of the game.
Oh, no.
It's all about what's in here, all right?
No doubt about it.
Look what we did here, Dave. Getting Timmy all riled up about Aaron Bradshaw, and we're not even through the first segment.
Hey, Jacob, I have to ask.
Good show already, then.
Do we have Ryan Day sound?
We do.
Okay. Because I was just like quick glancing there. My eyes weren't going to it. You swear to me that we've got Ryan Day sound from today?
Yes, in the Tuesday folder.
Okay, in the Tuesday. Why are we putting it in the Tuesday folder when the information is here on Monday?
It's already the second half of the day.
We're barely into the early afternoon. It's not nighttime yet. It's not Tuesday. It's Monday. We've got the daily folders, and we always put it into the future. We always send it off into the future. All right, we're going to hear more, not more. We're going to hear from head coach Ryan Day what the differences were, why Julian Sayin is the starting quarterback for the Buckeyes. Dave Biddle is in. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's causing some slowdown on Morse Road, east of Westerville Road. We also have some delay due to a crash that's on Sawmill Road at Emerald Parkway. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Hey, Ohio State fans, while others cut corners like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil changes Buckeye level quality. And you can stay in your car while their experts do the work. Drive in today, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Check out this great deal on fresh grapes. Red, green, or black seedless grapes are only $1.77 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because we know in making the most of your home, DIY doesn't just stand for do it yourself. It also means dream it yourself. And we're here to help protect the dreams you're building. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings. Because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
In this time of financial instability, create your own personal safety net by using the equity in your home to secure a home equity line of credit. It'll give you immediate access to money whenever you need it, whether it's for a fun project or a big purchase or in case you fall on hard times. And for a limited time, you can lock in a 1.99% introductory APR for 6 months at Kemba Financial Credit Union. Give yourself peace of mind. Apply now at Kemba.org. APR equals annual percentage rate. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing lender. Offer ends September 30th. NMLS 292230.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Nate Bargatze, Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Schottenstein Center, Saturday and Sunday, August 23rd and 24th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Buckeye Roundtable returns Monday, August 25th. Join Paul Keels, Jim Lachey, and Skip Mossick as they break down every aspect of Ohio State football. Oh, and a guy named Ryan Day calls in.
Presented by Burger King.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's public school educators devote their careers to making sure every student feels valued and respected, no matter what. When students feel like they belong, they contribute their best. And when schools nurture their potential, our students' dreams are in reach. Stand with us for the great public schools our students deserve.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association. Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person, with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A beautiful start to the work week for us. Humidity is on the lower end, and it won't get that hot this afternoon with our highs in the mid to upper 80s and plenty of sun. For tonight, refreshing overnight with mostly clear skies and lows down into the low 60s. And then for Tuesday, heat and humidity return with plenty of sun and highs in the low 90s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Panama Ted would like to inform you that this ain't one of them. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Man is dead today. I'm here. Dave Biddle is here. I want to tell you guys about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. You know, the summer is still here. It's still piping hot. It was hot yesterday when I was out there doing a little golfy. Did well, too. That was fun. But the weather, you know, it adds to some things because you want that relationship to be hot and spicy. But hey, if low testosterone is something that's been affecting you, it can make that tough because that can affect the libido. You can't have that low libido. No, not right now when you need it the most. Also, your energy patterns, your sleep patterns. Low testosterone can hit you in a lot of different areas, but that's why you go and talk to our friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Give them a call, 800-900-9654. Start taking a look around at the website, tristatemenshealth.com. They got that low T quiz right there for you. It's simple, it's easy, it's fast. When you get that first appointment, it's just $99. They'll have lab work and results in under 30 minutes. You're going to get a T and PSA test. If you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, then your visit is free. Don't be putting on weight. Don't be less productive in the gym. Don't be sad or depressed. Get on some of their low T treatment. It's going to fix you right up. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Bids, we're talking about the Ohio State quarterback job. It's always exciting, you know? I mean, we've had incredible starting quarterbacks here, you know, in the back end of the Urban Meyer era and then transitioning to Ryan Day. We, you know, saw it early on when he was an assistant coach here before he got the head coaching position, just how he scouted quarterbacks, how he recruited them, how a different caliber of quarterback was starting to come to Ohio State. Remember, it was forever before we had a legitimate NFL dude come through this program and then last in the league. And I know some can say, well, Justin Fields still has to prove that. And you'd be right, but, I mean, he's got to be so talented, right, to have his third shot now, his third different team to give him a chance.
$30 million guaranteed in the bank.
A lot of money, and C.J. Stroud doing what he did as a rookie. Sure, he may have taken a step back as a sophomore. I don't really want to get into all that, though. It's just our quarterbacks here at Ohio State have a lot of expectations, and they have been putting up numbers that are just ridiculous, and they're doing it on a consistent basis. I think that's why it throws us off a little bit when you have a guy like Kyle McCord and you're like, okay, not a lot of turnovers, but didn't have as many touchdown passes as we're used to seeing by some of these guys, or he didn't really have the wheels and the ability to score with his legs, or hit you with 1,000-yard rushing yard season and 10 rushing touchdowns, something like that. But Julian Sayin, he's now going to have a lot of expectations on his shoulders. I think that's going to drive him. You don't wind up here at Ohio State if you are not good with that. And so part of me, well, there's still some nerves when you turn this job over to somebody new. Knowing what we know about him, seeing the glimpses that we've been able to see, I think this guy is going to be right up there. I think, numbers-wise, he's going to be going north of what our guy Will Howard did. And I was very, very pleased with who Will Howard was. And when you talk about a one-year holdover transfer quarterback, talk about one of the best ones ever, right, where you can win a national championship with it. But Julian Sayin to get a couple of years under his belt here, which is what, when you look at the quarterback roadmap, that's sort of what it fixes to be. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this dude does in the Texas game in 2 weeks now.
I am too, Timmy. And I think that there will obviously be ups and downs with the redshirt freshman. You're talking about a young man, as we know, number one quarterback recruit in the country in his class, played against top competition in California, handpicked by Nick Saban and Ryan Day. And Buckeyes finished as a close runner-up. Then Nick Saban retires. And Julian was at Alabama all of 1 week more than you and I were, Tim. And you hit on a great point. Like Ryan Day, what he's done with the quarterback position at Ohio State, like Ohio State's had some good quarterbacks over the years. And you talk about guys like Bobby Hoying and like Joe Germain. But like what he has done since he took over, there was not, let alone Ohio State, there wasn't a Big Ten quarterback drafted in the first round since 1995. Kerry Collins until Dwayne Haskins was drafted, right? So that's a pretty big gap there. So what was that? So Dwayne was that 2019? Yeah. So
by
we're
the way,
about
that is so
24
dumb.
years. So then, and by the way, what happens?
Dumb.
What happens?
How can that be?
What happens 2 years after that? Justin Fields' first round pick, and like Timmy said, the jury's out. But first round pick already has made a lot of money just being a first round pick. Now the Jets, they like him. $30 million guaranteed. What happens 2 years after that? C.J. Stroud, number 2 pick of the draft. If the Carolina Panthers could do it all over again, he'd be the number 1 pick of the draft. So what Ryan Day has done is incredible.
It can't be argued because you talk about
Will
the
Howard
numbers.
was a 6th rounder, but like he won a national title.
Yeah,
it's incredible what Ryan Day has done when you consider they went 20. The Big Ten itself went 24 years without a first round quarterback, and he had 3 come through in the span of 6 years. So, and. Now, Urban was the head coach when Dwayne was here, but Ryan was the offensive coordinator and got the most out of him. So, listen, man, we talk a lot about, and rightfully so, what Brian Hartline's done. It's incredible what he's done with wide receivers. Tim Walton and Matt Carreri with the DBs. But, yeah, what Ryan Day has done with quarterbacks is pretty darn impressive, Timmy.
This is how it sounded when the announcement came down at the start of the press conference.
Julian Sayin will be the starting quarterback against Texas. It was a close competition. I think both guys, we all feel confident, can win a game for us. I think Julian separated himself really over the last week with his consistent play. I feel like our guys are confident again with both quarterbacks. I think we'll need both quarterbacks. Lincoln did a lot of great things, but we're going to name Julian the starter here, give him the majority of the reps with the ones, and go prepare to beat Texas.
All right, so Julian Sayin, just off of being named the starter, what do you think that does compared to him and Jeremiah Smith in the Heisman race? Because some people would argue, and I've heard people say they would still side with Jeremiah because just of how electric he is, and I mean, I'm not going to disagree with the fact that he is the better football player, pound for pound, but when you're talking about the award, the guy with the ball in his hands, every single touchdown is not going to be able to find its way to Jeremiah Smith. And if Julian Sayin is really, really good, I would still probably side with the quarterback at Ohio State. It's really, really hard to win that award as a wide receiver.
Yeah, and like you have Jeremiah Smith, but you also have Carnell Tate and Brandon Ennis and Max Clare and these other tight ends. Like,
a lot of good dudes out there.
I hear you. I don't think, I'll have to check this, I don't think the odds have changed today. If they've changed, not very much. Because when I looked at it yesterday, Timmy, before this announcement was made,
he was like a 22-1 guy, right?
Something like that. He was like seventh lowest / best odds to win the Heisman. And you know who was not listed at all, like in the top 50, was Lincoln Kienholz. Like Vegas always knows.
So you're getting you're getting better value on Sayin.
You are.
Over Jeremiah.
I agree. And I don't think
you have to look at
the
that
odds
a lot.
have changed, though, because I think they already, it was like fait accompli for the sports books that he was going to be the starter. They would have been more shocked than us, I think.
All right. I didn't mean to go full on gamble guy right there, but let's hear Ryan Day on what the difference was. This comes down to a key word you hear with quarterbacks.
You're always looking for consistency and taking care of the football. And when you start with practice 1 in the spring and then kind of do, study on the entire, growth over 6 months, you see that there was a lot of growth made. And you look at the numbers and the production, we felt like, he was, in a situation where he was ready to go play in this game. We also feel like Lincoln's ready to play. But overall, Julian was more consistent.
Very good there, Reimer. Yeah, so consistency. It's always the key, right? Because you're even competing for this job, Lincoln Keenholz or Julian Sayin, and you could argue as they've battled here, consistency has been one of the biggest things that they've been trying to find, or they've been trying to scout that out and who's got the better of it. It's the guys that can keep this thing going, right? We know that everybody can make some of these throws out there. You know that both these guys can have high-end stuff, but who's going to do it more often than not? Who are you going to trust that their ceiling is going to be higher when it's all said and done?
Who makes the routine plays routinely, right? It sounds very simple, but Ryan Day says that all the time. Quarterbacks coach Billy Fessler says that all the time. Brian Hartline says that all the time. And where does Hartline and Fessler get it from Day? But I love that. It sounds so simple because you can say, be consistent. Okay, that, on top of that, just this is the same thing, but make the routine plays routinely. Listen, with the best receiving core in the country, Timmy, the best tight end core in the country, in my opinion, a good offensive line. We'll see if they can be great. I think it's a very good running back core, despite losing the best running back tandem I've seen at Ohio State with Q and Trey. Listen, Julian Sayin doesn't need to be anything special for Ohio State to be special. He needs to be good for Ohio State to be special. He can't be average, or Ohio State can't be special, but he can be, if he's good. Timmy, if you and I look back on this, like Julian Sayin was like third team All Big Ten. He was good. That might be good enough for Ohio State to get where they need to be.
Because the offense is so good. I'm with you. I like what the Austin Sareveld, by the way, is the starting left tackle. So we got that. He wasn't going to give away a ton of other stuff with all the other position battles, but we know that. And we know they got their starting quarterback, and that is Julian Sayin, so we can all ride towards the Texas game on August 30. It's going to be fun. Bids is in here today. Have we all been duped by someone? Going to analyze this in 2 minutes. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should avoid eastbound 670 between I-70 and Grandview Avenue. That is currently closed due to an accident. And we've got some slowdown due to a crash that's on northbound 71 on the south side between 270 and Frank Road. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Trust R&R Foundation Specialist for expert waterproofing and foundation solutions. Family-owned, honest, and thorough. No hidden fees, just proven results. Stop leaks and moisture before they spread. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com to schedule your free assessment today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. From hobbyists and machine shops to manufacturers and maintenance departments, visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com, 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
If your last garage door repair guy definitely used an old mugshot on his business cards, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, a trusted Columbus staple. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man is one soiled bed sheet away from being Jeff Remmer's legal guardian. This is Man and Timmy.
No man today. He is dead for now. Dave Biddle is in with us today. So it's good to have you, buddy. Some big Buckeye news breaking, but we're not gonna talk Julian Sayin the entire 3 hours. We're gonna do what we do. I love it too. Rhyme time is in for Panama Ted. In the 2-minute break, he's like, "Oh, guys, you won't believe this. You won't believe this. Colin Simmons of Texas, he just put on his IG stories the news that Julian Sayin is the quarterback." Ooh.
And you're like, wait, what did he say? And like Rhyme Time's like, he didn't say anything. He just posted it. You're like, what's the story? Morning Glory.
He's just hyping it up, getting ready.
That's all he's doing. Yeah, you're looking for answers.
Was he hoping it was Lincoln Kienholz?
That's what it is.
Was he afraid of Lincoln Kienholz? Is that what he was saying?
He's not afraid of anybody.
I know, Timmy.
He's just doing what he does.
He's giving some extra juice to the game next Saturday.
That's it.
I'm glad Texas is number one.
Juicing it.
Now, the Buckeyes are favored by 2.5, but I'm glad that Texas is number one and Ohio State's 2 in the coaches and 3 in the AP. Every little bit of a mental edge is important in sports. You say, oh, they're doubting us. Oh, we're the defending national champs. We're number 2. We're number 3. They're number 1. I love it.
I did find myself wishing just a little bit that you could have gotten the 1 versus 2. Just for the look, of it.
I know.
For the look of it. I don't care about the coaches.
Poll got. Yeah, the AP. I can't.
I bet Steve Spurrier still votes.
Yeah, the AP. I've always called it the gold standard, but I wish they would have got that 1 versus 2. But most people, if you look at like Phil Steele, for example, has Penn State number 1. And then Texas number 2. So Penn State being ahead of Ohio State is not irrational. It would have been nice 1 versus 2 in the AP, but at least we have 1 versus 2 in the coaches.
All right, so I truly feel that maybe we've been duped by somebody, because when we started off here, I'm talking about the Big Ten Conference, okay? And when Kevin Warren left to go to the Chicago Bears, we all said, thank God, and sorry, Bears fans. But when we had that shortened season and there just seemed like there was no leadership there, people were afraid to act, and I think you were just so afraid of putting too much out there because of the pandemic and just the optics of it. And it was rough, the way that all that was handled and where the SEC was. And then you quickly backtrack to try to get the season going as quickly as you can. Then it became a big thing just to make sure that Ohio State would be what was the deal with the eligibility for Ohio State with the title game?
Yeah, it was something like they were supposed to play an X amount of games. I can't remember. They only played in 6, something like that. But they were 6, and I can't remember
to even be eligible, right? And they had to make an exception for them.
Yeah,
based on how they hadn't lost. They were undefeated.
Right.
And there was something about Big Ten title game eligibility, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then they beat Northwestern in the Big Ten title game, which was actually like a tight game. It was like 22-10. I think Ohio State was like trailing entering the fourth quarter, and then Ohio State then trounces Clemson in the semifinals, which made that season a success. And then I don't know if Ohio State, Timmy, even if they didn't have guys out for COVID, would have been able to beat that Bama team. That Bama team was loaded. But just getting to the national championship game that year was nice. But yeah, to your point, we were thinking, okay, finally, we got rid of Kevin Warren. We're going to bring in Tony Petitti.
Tony Petitti is going to come on in.
Yeah, you get a 13-page scathing report against Michigan. Okay, this guy's the real deal. Then at Big Ten Media Days this year, what's he saying? He's like, well, we sent a letter in to the NCAA saying, maybe just like back off of Michigan now. I was like, whoa, that's a 180.
So you got that. And I'm not even talking all about the Michigan stuff and how he cooled his jets on Michigan with what they did. But did you see this news this weekend about the Big Ten trying to float more ideas about a college football playoff. I know that he was for the one model to have 4 Big Tens, 4 SECs automatically get in and bump it up to 16. I've already sort of come to grips with that they wanted to ramp up the college football playoff right after they switched to a 12-team playoff. That was going to happen. No really stopping that. But the fact that they might want to go to a 24-team or a 28-team playoff and our conference commissioner is a part of that, look, it is a business. And the one thing that Tony Petitti did, aside from, lay down the law on Michigan last year and do something to Jim Harbaugh the first time around, but I'm talking about it's not just about how can we maximize profits? We know that is the bulk of the job. And you're in a position now where it's the SEC and it's the Big Ten. But when you start doing too much, we all said this. We all said this when we were going to expand, that you would never want to stop and it would be a slippery slope. And I would always tell people, no, I would really just like to move off of 4 teams because there's every so often a few more football teams that you might not know. You might not know what they ultimately could bring into a national title picture. It would be nice to have that 5th team, that 6th team, get to be a part of it, because we've seen Ohio State a lot of times be on the outside of the 4-team playoff looking in, and you knew that they were getting hot at the right time. And they really did have the stuff in that locker room. You just had some speed bumps along the way. And who among us? There's a lot of college football teams out there that have that happen in the regular season, but this is just starting to get out of hand. I find it funny when I look up Tony Petitti's name, the first thing that comes up on him under Google is television producer, which is not correct. The fact that
it's
it doesn't
kind
say,
of correct.
Right, it is kind of correct, because it's almost like you got the former chief operating officer of Major League Baseball where he's looking at all this stuff, and that is needed. You do have to be in a position, but there are a lot of other things that you got to focus on too and keep in the forefront.
Yeah, I've heard this 24-28 team playoff thing is more like the Big Ten just throwing ideas out there. I don't think they're that serious about it. They're very serious, for example, Timmy, as you know, about 4 automatic bids. I think this is a little bit of trolling on the Big Ten's part, because they're not getting their way with the 16-team playoff idea with 4 automatic bids. Okay, how about we do 24 or 28? From my understanding, this is just the Big Ten throwing ideas out there. Now, listen, they actually talked about it. I don't think this is something the Big Ten is really advocating for, is 24 or 28-team playoff. It sounds ridiculous. It just comes across as trolling by Tony Petitti. But you're right, man. He's a TV exec at heart. He's all about making all the money. You can say that's exactly what his job is. All right, he's not a Big Ten fan. He's the Big Ten commissioner. His job is to generate as much money as possible. I get that, but you also don't want to kill the golden goose. I think we all can agree there is a line eventually, right?
I think they're about to be on it. They're about to be on it with 16 teams. They're going right up to it.
They might have crossed it. But, that's the thing. He's all about generating as much money as possible, and I'm sure he looks at it. That's my job, period. Yeah, it would be. I think a lot of us didn't appreciate Jim Delaney enough. We kind of had our reasons we weren't thrilled about Jim Delaney. Jim Delaney was a great commissioner for the Big Ten. Remember when people
built the Big Ten Network?
I was going to say, remember when people gave him crap about the Big Ten Network? How's he looking with that now? I mean, that was a genius idea.
And now we have BTN Plus.
Not as genius.
Where literally every single thing, the fact that we still have some early season Buckeye basketball games that are not on some kind of network, not even on Peacock. You still have to go to BTN Plus to get some of that stuff.
You can just go over the Shot and hang with 3,000 of your best friends.
We can go out to the Shot as well. There's another thing I saw here, kind of along the lines of expansion. Tell me what you think of this. Kentucky basketball coach Mark Pope. And I've heard him speak of this before, and he was on it again. He was on one of the CBS Eye on College Basketball podcasts. He wants to up the number of college basketball games, regular season games. He says, I would love to get to 40. And if you think about that, probably 32 games-ish. It can vary depending on extra scheduling that you do on your own, multi-team events type of thing, and how many trying to keep away from the NCAA tournament. That could be 6 games, obviously, if you get in and then win. Lord knows you want to expand that, right? But no, I don't want to expand that.
It's going to 290.
I don't want to expand college football playoff action past what we got right now. I think that's plenty of teams for what we have in the sport. People said, if you want to expand, then you just want to see it go to the entire, you want everybody to be in the playoffs. No, that's not how us pro
like high school
expanders
basketball in Ohio
wanted to be. Yeah, where it's just fully open. Everybody gets in.
Everybody gets in.
That's dumb. Everybody should not get in. It's got to be at a certain percentage. But Pope says for the reasons for 40 regular season games, one, our guys do better academically during the season than they do out of the season. I guess his research shows that. Kentucky basketball players, they're that dumb. They actually need to be playing basketball to do better in school.
Got a Kansas fan and a Carolina fan here, right? You guys are just going to take aim at Kentucky.
I'm sure they're all paper classes anyway, right? Two, just like UNC, right? Two, when our guys go on to the NBA.
Not true.
I don't know about that, man. They've played a 31-game season. This was my experience. When I got to the All-Star break my first year in the league, I felt like I'd played 2 seasons already, and I still had 60 games left to play, so I'm not sure it's great prep for the NBA. Also cited the high rate of replacement on rosters due to the portal as a reason to increase game inventory, in addition to the obvious one, more games, more money, paying players, new era of revenue sharing and all that. I get it. And it doesn't seem, again, like that's a massive change. I think you're searching for a sweet spot right there where you're still not anywhere close to what an NBA regular season is. You're just talking about adding a few games, and I would hope if you would do that, I'm actually open to that idea. Obviously, that means you could never, ever, ever then expand the NCAA tournament, and that's a good thing. You could never, ever do that, and you should get at least a couple more good home games for every big team.
I like
to
the
add
idea.
to their regular season schedule.
Yeah, maybe less than 40. I don't know what you guys think, but maybe
38?
compromise somewhere in between there, because I've thought for years there's if there's a couple more college basketball games a year, maybe not 40, but right around there, 36, 37, 38 in the regular season plus conference tournament before you get into, hopefully if you're the Buckeyes,
I get what you're saying.
the
It's
NCAA tournament, which they're going to do this year. That's right.
It's not football. It's not hockey. It's not to say that these guys aren't tough guys and your body doesn't take a toll.
But Aaron Bradshaw's not a tough guy.
No. That did not go well.
I had to get him going right before the break.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I was actually surprised to hear that this guy's number was not yet retired. I'm going to tell you who next. Biddle is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a couple-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70, and there's a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's on West Broad Street between Midland Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. Look out for Put-in-Bay, the island getaway you've been waiting for. Be it a day or a weekend, you can enjoy all sorts of shops, dining, and entertainment. Plan your perfect trip today at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75% for up to 27 months. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Give them a call, 614-502-5220.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Introducing The Fan 2. A totally different radio station is coming to 1460 AM, The Fan's HD2 and The Fan app. Your home for Bob and Tom mornings and Jim Rome in the afternoons. It all starts Tuesday, September 2nd.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Summer's winding down, but you know what? There's still time to drop 20 with Awaken 180's 20-pound summer slim down. That's how I got started, 20 gone fast, and it propelled me straight to my goal of dropping over 75 pounds. You'll still eat, drink, enjoy summer, but the scale's finally moving. Then you finally hit fall with some energy, confidence, and clothes that actually fit again. Awaken 180's coaches, they keep you on track so the weight stays off. You can go to awaken180weightloss.com to start your first 20 now and finish summer on a win streak.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
I want to tell you about my friends at Victor's Home Solutions because roof repair is a major thing. A lot of you might need that, and you want to get it done before the cold weather comes in. But I've been warning you, there's a lot of roofing companies in existence that skip over a big key part that nobody really thinks about. I wouldn't even have thought about it if I didn't have Victor's telling me that this was important. Attic ventilation. Oh, that's you're deep into the weeds with your roofing there. But those attics, they can get as high as 180 degrees, sometimes higher. That does murderous things to your air conditioner. Your energy bills are going to be way high. So this is one of the reasons I like recommending them, because their process starts with the most thorough attic inspection you are ever going to hear about. They've got a 21-point roof inspection. They'll get up all in that attic, make sure that it is good to go. Every Victor's roof, it comes with an offer of a 50-year leak-free guarantee. They're using the best products that money can buy, and, the craftsmanship, the quality, how great they are in every single way. Give them a call, 866-VICTORS, 866-VICTORS, or book an appointment online at victors.com. Bids, were you getting any fun this weekend? What were you up to? What did you get to do?
Not too much, man. Nothing crazy. Just was a very relaxing weekend.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Trying to get that done before football and crazy season comes back.
Exactly,
you got to do it, right?
Exactly right. Yeah, there's not going to be too many relaxing weekends here in a couple weeks, which was great. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Texas game. It shouldn't be a noon game, and usually I am all about the noon game, so I don't have to be working till 3 a.m. But
no.
This is the one time where I'm just no, this for a multitude of reasons should be a night game. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I mean, and hopefully it won't be 90 degrees or 95 degrees for game day. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, it's nice having some relaxing weekends. And you have one of the best things I've ever heard. I always steal this now. We always look forward to vacations. And you told me years ago, you know what? It's
I'm trying to be better about that.
Even better
Dave.
than the vacation.
I'm trying to be better about that.
The anticipation of the vacation.
When you bring it right back up.
I was like, I don't know what you mean by that. And then, you're totally right. The vacation is great. But, the anticipation before the vacation is, the best. Man, 3 days from now, oh, geez, I'm going to be on the beach, living my life. Then you're on the beach living your life 3 days later, and you're like, it's pretty good.
I'm finding I don't know what's wrong with me. I honestly don't, because now I'm finding that when you take a vacation, because I had one a couple of weeks ago and we did a little Chicago trip, and then we split it up because you don't want to have too much time, at least for us. There's a time clock about how much time in the heart of a major city like that with all those people, all that noise. So we cut that at about 3 nights. That was about as much as we wanted to do in a city center like Chicago. And then we needed a little bit of some lake life. So we split the week up. But even though I was looking forward to both, I like to experience different things, a little bit of the city life, but then I get tired of that, go hang out by the lake. We got a little boat attached to the dock there that we could rent, that we could use. So that was nice. That was a nice touch. Then middle of the week, I just find that I can't stop thinking about the next week.
Right.
So
that is about to end.
And I'm almost wishing that I could be back at home, which therein is the idea of, you've got the staycation crowd, right? There's people that will like the time off. I get that more and more and more as I get older. And it's not that I don't want to take a couple of trips. I still have a lot of places that I would like to see, but I would appreciate having almost half a week back here at home so I can get my mind right to go back to work the next week. I almost feel like I'd be doing little bits and pieces of work on my PTO just to prepare, just so I can be ready.
Yeah, I wish you never would have told me that, because I think about it every time I'm on vacation now. I'm like, Timmy's right.
I'm thinking about it.
And when you first told me,
it
I'm
sucks,
like, I don't know if that makes any sense. And now I think about it every time. Yeah, I think the go-to, if you can pull it off, I think the go-to, I couldn't do it this year, is to take a 2-week vacation, and one being go somewhere, and then one being a staycation. So you split it up. Kind of like what you're saying, but 2 weeks. One out of Ohio somewhere. I don't get that. And then one at home.
I don't get that. I would just get maybe some random, a day off here and there. But when we take, a week off, we've got a family beach week trip. So that gobbles one of them up.
Jersey Shore.
And then it's our little 3-person family. We're always going somewhere for an entire week too. So it's always going. No staying. And the staying can be very, very relaxing.
The staying can be good.
And you can just do a lot of quick drive type of things. You love the amusement parks. Take the kids down to Kings Island for a day. Maybe stay at the Great... No, don't stay at the Great Wolf
My
Lodge.
daughter's going to Cedar Point today and staying overnight with her friend, and I'm like...
Oh, a little Breakers?
I'm gonna have to tell Timmy Hall I can't do that. He asked me at the last minute, can you fill in? Because somebody couldn't, at the last minute, had to cancel. I'm like, yeah, I can. Then I'm like, oh, wait, maybe I'll just go with you guys to Cedar Point. No,
Sounds
my daughter and her friend does not want me to go to Cedar Point with them. But seriously, we have 2 of the best amusement parks in the world in our state, including the best in Cedar Point. And I'm a Kings Island guy. I love Kings Island. I'll be first to admit Cedar Point is number 1. But Kings Island is great, too.
It's a good thing you didn't go up to Cedar Point, because you would have been stuck on Siren's Curse. Would have gotten stuck on that. Tilt coaster, guys, if you haven't seen this, they've got the coaster up there at Cedar Point, where it takes you up there.
It detaches?
The track disconnects from the track. No. It's straight up. They're trying to do Final Destination in real life. They're trying to let that happen up at Cedar Point. And it's failed multiple times, but they've proven that the safety systems work, because as the ride has failed and not done the whole thing, no one has fallen off or died. They did have to remove people and actually walk them back down the lift, the hill, which I have no idea how that could be done. Paying off on the tease, though. Auburn. Auburn. I couldn't believe that they hadn't retired his number already. Shedeur Sanders has his number retired at Colorado, and now Cam Newton, who is a 1-year legend at Auburn, and I know it was just the 1 season, but still, Heisman Trophy winner, 50 touchdowns,
national title,
national championship at Auburn.
Yeah.
You win. You get the number retired. and Cam Newton gets that done. Just
you're right, man. Like it is a surprise. Now, should Shador have gotten his number retired this early or at all? You can make the argument no. But like the fact that Cam Newton had not, I guess generally speaking, this wouldn't be that long to wait. But because his pro career just ended a couple years ago, typically that's when it happens, when a college will, honor a player after his pro career is over. So it doesn't seem that long, but when you compare it to Shador, it does seem like they waited too long.
The quarterback news was overshadowed, or the quarterback news did overshadow some big Buckeye news this weekend. Tell you about it next. Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. And also expect some holdup due to an accident if you're on Morse Road east of Westerville Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Is water damaging your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport, now open at Polaris Fashion Place.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Coheed and Cambria and Taking Back Sunday. Live in Columbus. Coheed and Cambria and Taking Back Sunday with special guest Foxing Kemba Live Outdoor Saturday, October 23rd. Get tickets now at AXS.com. Brought to you by Promo West Productions.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
The summer event is still on at Germain Honda of Dublin, and the deals are hot. Lease the rugged 25 Honda Ridgeline Sport for just $339 a month, or finance with an unbeatable 0.99% APR. Or drive home in the new 25 Honda Prologue EX. Lease it now for only $149 a month, or 0% APR, plus no payments for 90 days. Get the deal you deserve at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for full details.
At CME, many of our team members are certified financial counselors, trained to help you budget smarter, tackle debt, and build a plan for your financial goals. They offer free confidential support exclusively for CME members with real-world guidance. Whether you're starting from scratch or need a plan for a specific financial journey, our counselors are here to help. No judgment, just support. Let's move forward together. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit cmefcu.org for additional details.
Get Eco.
Aaron? Yeah, Jerry? Do you know what I like best about our plumbers? Tell me. No matter how difficult, no matter how messy, no matter what it takes, they just dive right in and fix it.
Get Eco.
They dive right in. Yes, they dive right in. We've got scuba diving plumbers.
Get Eco.
You know they don't literally dive in, right? Well, of course not. Not yet, anyway. The pipes are too small.
Get Eco.
They won't be able to literally dive in until I finish inventing my eco miniaturizing ray. But until then, our plumbers will just keep on figuratively diving right in. Yes, that would be best.
Jerry, do you know what I like best about our plumbers?
Tell me.
They're so good at their job, they make it look easy.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Scuba diving plumbers, genius electricians, and better than average HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels with the season opener fast approaching. Ohio State announcing today that Julian Sayin has nosed out Lincoln Keene hopes to be the Buckeyes starting quarterback against Texas. The announcement made by head coach Ryan Day today as he praised both quarterbacks.
I feel like our guys are confident again with both quarterbacks. I think we'll need both quarterbacks. Lincoln did a lot of great things, but we're going to name Julian the starter here, give him the majority of the reps with the ones.
Ohio State receiver Jeremiah Smith and safety Caleb Downs today named preseason first-team All-Americans by the Sporting News. Cleveland Browns announced that Joe Flacco will be the starting quarterback when the regular season begins. Bengals are at Washington in a preseason game tonight. Baseball, Reds at Anaheim to meet the Angels. The Guardians in Phoenix to face the Diamondbacks. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. With rates as low as 8.99% APR, save your summer with a debt consolidation loan. Visit bmifcu.org/consolidate. Breaking sports news right here on The Fan.
11 and a half. That's not the Buckeye football over-under win total. That's the amount of times Common Man wipes his crack. I'll take the over.
Oh, what's that smell?
You're listening to Man and Timmy.
I love how the rejoin is already dated because we actually had that discussion and he clearly said that he was at 14 or 15 wipes, and then we've got the over-under there at 11 and a half. It's over. Yeah, you are taking the over. It's every single time. Bids is in for Man. Man is dead today. So we're talking about this in the break. I saw CB out there, and CB had a hell of a lunch. My man had some Raisin Canes. I don't know why. I still get excited. I get excited. I get jacked up when somebody has Raisin Canes. I don't do that for McDonald's. I don't do that for Wendy's, and it's
well,
not
you get excited if somebody else has it?
Yes, I do.
What if they're not sharing it with you? You're still excited?
I don't care. I get jacked up. Do you not do that for things?
Well, I mean, Jacob came in here and was like, hey, I've got Raisin Canes and I want to give you some. I'd be excited. If he just like, I have Raisin Canes, I'd be like, good for you. Not excited.
Like for a long time, I would not get excited when other people told me where they played golf because I would just get jealous. And I don't know what that is, where the difference is.
Like medallion?
Yeah, like medallion. A little Scottie Vegas drop. Still waiting on that invite. He had a York.
I'm actually not waiting on
it. There's a medallion. No. But for me, like there was a York.
You're
so there
waiting
needs
on
to be
it.
a medallion
I don't
return.
care at all. I got you.
That's the way. Like if you're fortunate enough to have a club membership, you work in these backsies, forthsies, right?
I'm more of a Thorn Apple Country Club guy.
Hey, I'll see you there.
I
like Thorn.
It's not a country club. It's called a country club. But I can walk there, so that's my country club.
You know what, though? Thorn has just a clubhouse that is right out of the late 1970s.
Oh, hell
it has hardly changed. And for what it is a gem. They have a 252-yard beast of a par 3. Hole number 11 on Thorn. It's got Hilliard Rome, I think, is not Alton Darby. Darby is right behind
Darby
the tee
and
box.
Feder. If you get mad, you can just take out cars on Feder and Alton Darby.
Yes, you can.
That's more my style.
If you are a hooker, yes. I mean, hitting golf shots to the left to kind of hooker. Yeah. But no, I got excited to see CB out there enjoying that lunch. He's got a little system. Everybody's got a system when they order there. He goes with the box combo, which is the 4-banger, because then you have the jump up to the Caniac combo. That's like Crazy Town there. That's the 6-piece. That's you get an extra piece of toast because you already get the toast, the slaw, the fries. So you can sub out the slaw, get something extra. But he doesn't need like the extra fries and all that stuff. So what he does is he'll get the box and then he'll add 1 finger a la carte and then 1 extra toast. So it's still like a few dollars cheaper than the Caniac, and it's still a ton of food. I respect the move. I actually respect the move because the Caniac, I respect anybody that's just going to get that and enjoy that for lunch every time. Is that what you're doing, Reimer?
I didn't know you could add a chicken finger.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, they have a la carte.
I did not know that. I thought it was just you get the box, you get 4. And then you can get extra fry, extra slaw, extra toast.
Asking questions is a wonderful thing.
You can even just, if you want to, you can just go get 9 chicken fingers a la carte.
Right? You think you can do anything with money, Reimer?
You can do anything
say,
you want.
I'll pay for this.
I heard
what
DeVere
do you got for me?
I heard DeVere Posey on Rothman and Ice. I still thank DeVere for this because he was like, I was getting Raising Cane's one time, and he was like, are you getting the BBS for the toast? I'm like, BBS?
Butter both sides.
Butter both sides. I had never heard that, and now it's a go-to. So I had never heard that until DeVere Posey told me, you got to do the BBS. Now I listen to number 8, and I do.
Oh, and here's the thing that we also think goes on. We have all these codes. We have all these things that we say. We don't think that they do anything. They just give you the food just the way it is. And you know what? It's still fantastic. I say extra crispy fries. They look the same no matter what. Butter both sides. That toast is always buttered both sides.
You're just trying to get
it's all good.
You're trying to get them to like deliver us food, aren't you? I think that's a good move.
Well, I was talking about this.
What do you think, Raising Cane's?
I think that's a good idea, Bids, because we live in this industry. You and I, like being sports media personalities, we live for perks of the job. And I think everybody out there, like you got a gig, there's your pay and then there's perks, right? Maybe that's a company car, maybe that's something else, maybe your company stocks, beverages, and you don't have to pay for snacks or sodas, or you get free lunch once a week. Perks of the job.
Jelly of the Month Club, things like that.
Oh, that's the gift that keeps on giving all year.
Yeah.
I want to say one of the better perks of the job that I ever experienced, and it's got nothing to do with, a decently paying endorsement or this or that. It was when it was 5 years ago or so. This might have been around the pandemic where we were doing more things on YouTube. You remember this era, right? Where we would all be at home and we'd get on YouTube, do some shows. You probably were doing this with, some of your weekend programming when it was first starting.
We were doing it from home, from the Comrex.
Yeah. No, I mean, all of us were gone. Yeah, none of us were here. We were completely...
We were not allowed to be at the office.
Completely remote. But I mean some of like our other stuff, in addition to the shows, we would come up with ideas because we're a radio station. We like to get out in the community, and we like to do live events like we do at Hollywood Casino all the time. Those types of things. So we were trying to come up with ideas of how to kind of fill the bill with that. And so we did an NFL draft Zoom party. And I remember I didn't even really care so much as if there was going to be a talent fee, meaning like extra pay for doing the one-off.
This is in 2020.
This was, I think, in 2020.
Yes, and Ryan Day was on there with us.
Ryan,
remember that this was the 2020 NFL draft.
NFL draft.
Yes, Joe Burrow taking number 1. Ryan Day was on there with us. Yes, we had their 97.1 The Fan draft party.
See, I don't remember any of that.
He came on late. You probably were on late. He came on late.
I don't even remember all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
What I remember is that for perks of the job, I had an entire tailgate setup from Raising Cane's. That's what I remember. I mean, this was probably like a $100 value.
I was going to say, what does that entail?
I don't know, but I was like a king. I was living like a king the entire weekend. I think I had 2 trays. I had a family of 3 there, and I'm sitting with 50 chicken fingers, fries coming out of my eyeballs, giant jugs of lemonade and tea. I just hooked it up to an IV. I was injecting it right into my bloodstream for the rest of the weekend. I couldn't give away all of this chicken that I had. It was wonderful. I got to know what it was like to have all you can eat, never ending Raising Cane's. It was a great place to be in.
For free.
For free.
I know. The
perks of the job.
Perks of the job.
It's not for free. I was working. I'm working here.
You earned.
Doing the show.
You earned the freebie.
Yes, that's right.
I hear you.
That's right.
I hear you. Yeah.
I didn't feel bad about it at all. They got their publicity. I mean, they just got a whole damn segment right here.
They did. They'll probably be sending us food, right? Rhyme time.
Yeah,
they better be.
Yeah, it should get here probably by 4:30 or so.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Raising Cane's.
All right, didn't do it here, but coming up here in the next segment, some of the Julian Sayin news overshadowed some pretty big Buckeye football news that is cool. Some guys deserving of some honors. We're going to hit on that next. Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's some stop-and-go traffic causing about a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the west side between 270 and 670. And you're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by COSI, Unofficial Galaxies Star Wars exhibit open through Labor Day. Time is running out to catch Unofficial Galaxies at COSI before it's gone. You don't want to miss one of the world's largest Star Wars fans collections with iconic characters and costumes. But it's only open through Labor Day, so purchase tickets now at COSI.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. On pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome,
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
If your neighbors describe your home as, you know, the one with that garage door, we are Deluxe Door Systems. Our beautiful Clopay doors will transform the look of your home, and for less than you think. It's that simple. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Cash for Clunkers continues during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for Clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HRV two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic 4-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
Looking for bold flavors and award-winning spirits? High Bank Distillery is your destination for handcrafted cocktails, locally inspired dishes, and Whiskey War, the nationally recognized whiskey. Stop by their Grandview, Gahanna, and Westerville locations this week. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Join us Friday night for the Egelhoff Sports High School Football Game of the Week.
This week, Bishop Watterson and Big Walnut.
Live coverage with Paul Barnes and DeVere Posey starts Friday night at 7. The Fan.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to increased personal enjoyment. Prevent winter tree damage by scheduling winter tree work now. Winter can be tough on trees. Heavy snow, ice, and wind can cause serious damage. Don't wait until it's too late. Now is the perfect time to schedule winter tree work. Pruning during the dormant season keeps your trees healthy and helps prevent costly storm damage. Visit trees4ohio.org to find a qualified arborist near you. That's trees4ohio.org. Let's keep your trees strong all winter long.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Sunny skies, light winds, and a comfortable start to the week. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s on this Monday. Overnight down to the low to mid 60s. Clear skies and light winds. More sunshine, a bit more heat, and a slight chance of a late day shower or storm on Tuesday with highs in the upper 80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
These two morons keep the studio so cold that Timmy's nipples can cut glass. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
These guys are cool, but not that cool.
Bids is in for the man today. We appreciate him being here. Bids, do you appreciate our tower oscillating Vornado fan?
I love it. Listen, the last time we were in here, I wasn't hating the fact you had this industrial fan, like just completely just blowing us away because I stayed cool. But like this is even
just
better.
As powerful
this
and
is
it's quieter too.
Much quieter and very powerful. This is like the perfect. The absolute perfect fan.
Sometimes
or the fan.
Sometimes the papers on the desk start to blow away because this fan. So I kind of tuck them under my computer screen so they stay put right there. But we had more Buckeye football things to talk about because Julian Sayin gets the News of the Day award anytime we got a new locked in starting quarterback here at The Ohio State University. That's going to take the cake, but Sonny Styles, we got to give him his love. It might have been the worst kept secret, but that's still a credit to him. And it's still big news for him when it actually comes to fruition. So Sonny Styles gets that Block O jersey honor. This is the type of thing for me where it's possible to come up with some new traditions. I don't think we need to inundate ourselves with that. And we might be doing that right now with a number of new things where we keep looking to create new traditions. But this one to me is cool. And Sonny Styles earned this. Sonny Styles is a bona fide captain. I think he was everybody's pick. Anybody that sort of projected this, guy that's a leader, guy that's coming back, a guy that's got a ton of experience, a guy that is basically a coach on the field. I was watching in the little clip where, James Laurinaitis and Sonny were there and got to call the parents to give him that news. That's always a cool moment. That's something that they put out on social media now, and I like to see that stuff. I like to see that because even though Sonny's been an Ohio State football player for a number of years, you can still hear the pride in mom and dad's voice of what a good, clean boy he is and how hard he's been working.
He's a great young man, a physical specimen. Dad was a stud linebacker here. Like he just
big number 90, right? He was a beast.
Lorenzo Styles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Left after 3 years. I think he was a second-round pick by the Falcons.
Second or third-round pick by the Falcons. You're right.
And Lorenzo Styles Sr. was a beast. I remember like being in my dorm room in '94, going into '95 when he announced he was turning pro, and I was like, oh no. Oh, man, this is really going to hurt our linebacking core next year. So my roommate goes next door to where Orlando Pace and John Lumpkin were. You're going to love this story. They're like, hey, Biddle's over there saying you guys are going to suck next year now that Lorenzo Styles just turned pro. So like Orlando Pace and John Lumpkin come in our room and come to like I knew they were joking, yet I was still scared.
Oh, God.
Because my buddy, if Eddie K is listening, if Eddie went next door and was like, hey, like Biddle's saying you guys are going to suck next year because Lorenzo Styles just turned. I was like, no, I just was upset that he turned pro. But seriously, Sonny Styles is the epitome of a leader. So is Caleb Downs. There's no surprise that those guys were captains. Obviously, as you said, Timmy, no surprise that Sonny Styles is wearing the block O. That was fait accompli. I was curious what they were going to do on the offensive side of the ball because Austin Sareveld, like, from all accounts, did everything you'd want to do for a captain, right? But he was a third-year sophomore, wasn't even a full-time starter last year. Brandon Inniss, I heard the same thing about him. He's had a great winter, great summer, everything. He's what you want out of a captain. He wasn't a starter last year. Doesn't matter, man. I mean, Sareveld is their best offensive lineman, at least one of the best. Worked his butt off. Two-time Iron Buckeye. Brandon Inniss, Iron Buckeye, waited his turn. I love these four captains, man. I think they did a great job.
You know, I liked how Cody Simon actually at the scouting combine gave his endorsement for Sonny Styles. So it was back then at the combine when he tabbed who the Block O recipient should be in his unit too. You know, he said, I don't want to give away or I don't know anything about who, but if I were to choose, I would probably say Sonny. He's putting the work in. He's done everything you need to do, and he's going to be a leader for that team next year. And I hope they look to him for guidance because he's done it before, and he's been a high-level player. I mentioned James Laurinaitis. He said, you know, he's the ultimate pro. He's been that way. He's the leader of the front seven and the leader of the entire team. And you go back to Big Ten Media Days, and Sonny Styles was talking about it there. He said being able to wear that Block O, it would be an honor. I think the biggest thing, obviously, wearing the Block O is about the integrity and character of a person. But I think for me, just seeing the guys that wore the number before me and having a personal relationship with them and knowing the kind of men that they were great men. So for me to be able to wear the same number as them, that would be an honor. I think, you know, we get caught up with name, image, and likeness, transfer portal, what these dollar signs are, how many millions of dollars are being spent on these teams, and on these players. I mean, I'm seeing Sonny Styles doing a Donato's commercial. More power to him.
I love it.
Remember, more power to him. I think he should. I want to make that clear. I think he should.
Speaking of Raising Cane's, the Jack Sawyer, Will Howard commercials were hilarious. After they won the national title.
Work a window? Didn't they work a window?
Hilarious. The one where Jack Sawyer comes in and orders like everything off the menu, and Will's like, "That's all you're gonna get." And he's like, "I just ate before I came here." Like, he just ordered everything off the menu. That's NIL. Now, that being said, I don't mind the fact that Jeremiah Smith is getting what he gets. I don't mind the fact. In fact, I love that they're getting what they get. Caleb Downs. I like how Ohio State does it. Timmy, as you know, a lot of Buckeye fans are very frustrated about missing out on some top recruits this cycle. But I just want to remind everybody, and I get it. That sucks. I don't want to be like a spin doctor, but like Ohio State has proven they have done a great job of they're going to get the recruits that they want to get for the most part. Then they'll bring in guys from the portal. You know, guys that have proven themselves. If Ohio State spent a bunch of money on Max Clare, for example, Timmy, coming out of high school, people are like, what are you doing spending all this money on a 3-star tight end? Now.
Yeah, let's wait to see how he develops. And then if Purdue develops him and he becomes one of the best tight ends in the country.
Right. And if it goes off the rails, if you're a Buckeye fan, then pounce. Like, be mad about it. I would submit Ohio State is doing this better than anybody. Sometimes they might be a little late to adjust, but they always get it right. Look what they did last year, not just winning the national championship, obviously, but like, what did they do? They hit on all of their transfer portal guys, but they didn't try and just overturn their roster. It was Will Howard, it was Caleb Downs, it was Quinshon Judkins, it was Seth McLaughlin. It was just a handful of guys, and they brought all of their guys back. Same thing Michigan did the previous year. Same thing Penn State pretty much is doing this year, which is why you have a lot of people picking Penn State. Some people say that's a lazy argument just because Michigan and Ohio State did it. And Penn State is losing 2 studs with Tyler Warren and Abdul Carter. But other than that, Timmy, they're bringing pretty much everybody back. So, listen, if you're a Buckeye fan out there, you're frustrated about recruiting, I get it. But, like, I would give Mark Pantoni, Ryan Day, and this staff the benefit of the doubt. They have navigated these troubled waters. I would submit better than anybody in the country. They're going to get it right.
So recapping, Sonny Styles gets the Block O. So obviously he's a captain. In addition to Caleb Downs, Austin Sareveld, who was just named the starting left tackle today. And, you know, we've been seeing some of that and hearing some of that noise in practice. But I think when you looked at who was back and who they got in the portal, as far as offensive linemen went, maybe that's a bit of a surprise to see that he makes that switch, but that's good for him. And Brandon Inniss and Caleb Downs, to me, that's impressive to be voted as a captain after 1 year here at Ohio State playing football. Do you know off the top of your head how many of the Blockos can you get? This only goes back to 2020.
Was Cooper the first?
Coop was the first.
Jonathan Cooper.
Good, very good. Jonathan Cooper was the first one.
Okay, so we got Cooper, we've got Simon, we've got Sonny. Okay, so
that's three. There's three others then.
So 2021, Xavier Johnson was one of them.
Xavier Johnson was 2023.
2023. So I'm too short.
What a Notre Dame game he had too.
Life is too short. Help me out. Give me a position.
Let's go. Boy, one of them was such a team guy that went through so much he hardly even saw the field.
I know. Yeah.
And then a lineman as well.
Cam Babb.
Cameron Babb.
Cam Babb.
Right? What a great trivia question.
Cam Babb.
Right?
And a lineman. Oh,
Thayer.
Thayer Munford?
Thayer Munford.
Or the 0 instead of 75?
I don't think he could wear it.
Okay, I was going to say. I don't think he could wear it. Listen, if
might be the one that
lined
wasn't
up
able to wear
with the block and I missed it, then that's on me. No, okay, that was a good little trivia there. How about Jonathan Cooper, the local kid, starting that tradition?
Awesome.
And what's Coop doing now?
He's
doing
great.
pretty well.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well in the NFL.
Yeah, he is.
He's doing just fine. Did you see Jim Harbaugh being a whiny little bee this weekend?
Yes, I did.
This stuff just sucks, right? I'm tired of Jim Harbaugh trying to look like the victim and sitting up there with his smug face and his tone. Like it seems like Harbaugh is just saying, "Oh, you're just going to gaslight us," you know? I'm not for him to be dismissive of any kind of questions about the sanctions and the fact that he's been hammered with a 10-year show cause penalty, a major penalty. What was the verbiage from the release? It said basically it seemed as if Jim Harbaugh cared not a thing for the rules of college football.
Right. Don't lie.
Something
don't
along
steal,
those lines.
don't
I'm
cheat.
paraphrasing.
Unless it's your football team, I guess.
It seemed as though Jim Harbaugh was running a program where following the rules was not at the top of his list.
It's frustrating, man. You know, it maybe because Ohio State won the national title, like I'm not as mad about it as I thought it would be. If you told me these were going to be the sanctions, the slap on the wrist, not even a slap on the wrist, like maybe a light pat on the wrist, I would have been like, you got to be kidding me.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
A fine and an extra
I've heard people
game?
say, like, oh, hey, don't say it's nothing. It's $20 million. Yeah, to you, that would be a massive fine. To Michigan, who has an endowment of $17.9 billion with a B, $20 million is nothing, okay? And giving a show cause to Jim Harbaugh is nothing. Giving a show cause to Connor Stallions is nothing. And Timmy, what about this? So Sharon Moore has a 2-game suspension this year, allowed to pick the 2 games. They allowed him to pick which 2 games, or allowed Michigan. Then he gets an extra game tacked on. Not this year. They're going to kick it in next year. Have you ever seen anything in sports that could compare to that?
No. Where you just get to pick and choose. And I was reminded that next year game is the trip across the pond. And I almost said, well, that's more of a benefit for Sharon Moore, that he wouldn't have to go to Europe to play Western Michigan. You remember they're playing the Western Michigan game. They're taking it to Dublin or Germany or England or somewhere. To not have to take that flight and to just prepare for the rest of the season, that's almost an added benefit for a guy like Sharon Moore.
Tim hates Germans.
Well, I mean, I hate the Nazis, you know, not the regular Germans.
That's good.
We don't have to go. We don't have to go out to that trip if you're Sharon.
That is a fair point.
What are we doing? And Jim Harbaugh, like I told you last year, I'm not engaging. Oh, you're not engaging? Oh, this is our fault?
Remember Jim Tressel got suspended?
Okay.
Roger Goodell suspended Jim Tressel, who was an analyst for the Colts, for something very minor that happened at the college football level. Suspended Terrell Pryor, who had to go to the supplemental draft for something happened relatively minor at the collegiate level. You think Roger Goodell, Timmy, is going to do anything to Jim Harbaugh? No.
All right. Coming up here, I've always been weird about certain health supplements. Now I'm going to be even weirder. Tell you why in 2 minutes. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's in the left lane on northbound 270 on that east outer belt between 33 and I-70. And watch out for another delay due to a crash if you're on Sawmill Road near Summit View Road. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. With Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes, you can fill up on faves for $5, indulge even more for $7, or try something totally new for $9. Get yours at participating stores. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
The show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No, 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 no.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by our friends at Hinderer Motor Company. Coming up here at 4:46, we got the Monday segment. It's Foodgasm time. 5:30 this afternoon. Jason's Beef. Baseball talk with Jason Stark. I'm excited to get in to some of the potential realignment talk. Things that are just hard to think about.
Like Nashville?
Because you're so like everything, like not just expansion teams, but realignment, blowing everything up off of what the commissioner's comments were. Rob Manfred.
Interesting. Yeah.
Things you just aren't, your mind can't really see it that way because you're so used to it. It's like what do we have? The Brewers and the Astros did a league switch.
Yeah.
That's really it for a long, long time here in baseball.
Growing up, buddy, like it was weird to me, like being like a big Reds fan, that like the Reds were in the NL West.
Right. Yeah.
And the Atlanta Braves were in the NL East. They actually still are. Breaking news, the Braves. But that always was funny to me. Like the Reds were in the West and the Braves were in the East. And obviously because of like, the Braves used to be in Milwaukee. I get that. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I think Nashville, speaking of expansion, Nashville and Charlotte seem to be most likely to me. Maybe Portland. What do you think? Nashville seems like the most likely.
Yeah, Nashville and Charlotte. It's just when you think about the Southeast, that's why the Braves get to have such a massive fan base, right? Because there are hardly any teams down there.
Right.
There's no other teams in that entire region. You got to go all the way down to Florida before you get the Rays and the Marlins.
That's why when they had that game,
they're both hit or miss.
Yeah, they had the game at the racetrack in Bristol, and like the Reds were the second closest to that site.
Closest to that place.
And I think it was maybe even equidistant from Cincinnati to Atlanta to Bristol.
Well, Charlotte's a fine town. I can't see it. I'm sure all the data and all the research that they've done warrants that being a spot. I mean,
maybe Portland.
Maybe Portland. I don't know.
Nashville to me seems like it's for sure.
I'm always going to be partial to Columbus, but I get it. I mean, you already have a team in Cincy. You already have a team in Cleveland.
We're not having 3 MLB teams in Ohio.
When it comes to other sports, I get standoffish about that. Like the one that is bothersome is that you had a WNBA team that was up and Columbus couldn't grab it. And I guess it's because, they want to have that coincide with an NBA team.
Yeah.
Is that...
That is a thing.
Is that the thing?
But one of the exceptions, I don't follow the WNBA that close. I think one of the exceptions was the Connecticut Sun, who now have been sold to Boston. So, yeah, it seems
but
like
you know what? It's a
lot of the
summer
NBA owners,
sport, and you have a fantastic arena that can easily be equipped for basketball.
Oh, that would be. I think
it used for the NCAA tournament every 4 years, and it should actually be more frequent with how good the NCAA tournament is at Nationwide. But you don't even have to worry as much about the scheduling issues because the WNBA is all in the summertime. And then you got the jackets in the fall and the winter.
Yeah, if you took out that from the equation, the fact that I think, as you mentioned, I think they want to get as many NBA teams and WNBA teams in the same city.
Yeah, I don't care.
So if you took that out of the equation, Columbus to me would be a perfect site for the WNBA. I know people aren't excited about the UFL, but I've said
oh no,
Columbus would be. Now, listen, who knows?
My son's the only one that's excited for that, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Columbus would be the perfect market. Here's the example I use. Like when the DC Defenders in 2020, before the pandemic hit, they had Cardale Jones as their starting quarterback. You guys can look this up. So 2020, DC Defenders, starting quarterback Cardale Jones. The TV ratings for DC Defender games were higher in Columbus, Ohio than anywhere else, including DC.
Bids, I was thinking about this. I know. I was thinking about this with realignment. And I had a magnet board when I was a kid. You talk about items that I wish I still had to this day. I've actually looked this item up on eBay and other places, and collectors have this listed at least $500. It was a magnet board set. And it's just interesting because you're talking about what you remember the Reds being in division-wise, and I can almost see it laid out as the 3 divisions in the National Football League, where you just had the East, the old Central divisions, and the West. And I can think of the NFC East in terms of the Washington Redskins being in there with the Giants and the Eagles and the Cowboys, and then the Phoenix Cardinals.
That's right.
Back in the day.
St. Louis Cardinals before that.
We're in the East. We're in the NFC East for a time. And I think of those magnets, and it was this little kick-out board that you would just sit on your desk. And it was just fun to do the standings.
I think I remember that.
I would rearrange the magnets, and it was like the standings board, and all the cool logos were on the helmet. So for people that love throwback type of stuff, that was the perfect thing. I have no idea whatever could have happened to it.
You have to scour your parents' home. I've done that. I've done that recently and found many old baseball cards that are valuable.
All right, here's a golfy story. This one was weird from the tournament yesterday. Congrats to Scottie Scheffler. I mean, what do you want us to say?
It's about time, Scottie.
Yeah, right. What do you want us to say? It's completely stupid what this guy is doing. This was weird. Ben Griffin. Ben looks like the golf cop out there. He wears the aviators. We learned he does have some kind of retina issue, which is why he wears those shades. He looks like a total badass out there, though. And he had a great tournament here at Jack's place. He was wonderful here. Scottie, of course, got the job done. One of his victories. But Ben was in good contention at the start of the day on Sunday. And he's still fine. He's making it to the final event. He started out with a triple bogey on the first, had a double bogey out of bounds on the second, and bogeyed the third. I mean, are you kidding me? That's like how I could start a round on a bad day. That's 6 over par right there through 3 holes. What does he do over the rest of the round? He goes 7 under par. He cards 7 birdies along the way, no other blemishes. That's just dumb, right? You want to know the reason why he had a weird start? He had a mishap with his creatine. Yeah, that's right. He said, I almost had to do a double take because I heard him talk about a rock or rocks. I'm like, are we talking about crack rocks or crystal meth rocks? What are we doing, Ben? He's talking about the shakes and I was a little hopped up there at the start of the round. So he said, yeah, it's an interesting story. I take creatine as a supplement, and this time I didn't take it until I basically teed off on 1. I was at the end of my batch. It just sounds so druggy. I don't know. I had basically a snowball of creatine. It's completely druggy because it had been in my bucket for a month. and it broke up, and I put it in a water bottle. I'm all good. I've taken it on the golf course before. It's fine. I started taking it after my second shot, and I accidentally swallowed one of the big rocks in my water bottle. I've never overdosed on creatine before, but I think I did in the moment because I didn't drink any water after that. I basically inhaled a snowball, so I started getting super shaky. I've never felt like that before, and I felt like I had tremors. So this guy straight up overdosed on creatine. He was jittering, he was yipping, and he still manages to get it back on track. His caddy was forcing water down his throat after that third hole when he realized what had gone on, and he goes 7 under par the rest of the way.
I haven't heard creatine in a while, man. By the way, on our YouTube chat, I love Downtown Dad. He says,
DTD, what's up, man?
I have the same problem when my blood alcohol levels are low.
Not low blood sugar, right? DTD, low BAC.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, what would be the problem? I guess if you needed just like a half a beer, if you were a golfer, and just help take the edge off. If you're allowed to like take creatine while you're on the course, why not like a little beer just for fun?
Probably have a beer, John Daly.
Maybe as long as your BAC is below a certain level, you can enjoy beverages.
You're walking
on the course.
You can. You're walking.
Bring cigarettes back. Drinking and smoking, we need it back
John
on
Daly?
tour.
Definitely.
Right?
Exactly.
JD would have won so
be
many
the one
majors.
to bring that back. Maybe,
is he even like that, though? Is
I don't
JD
think
Jr.
so.
like that?
Maybe a little, but not quite to the extent.
Man, how about Scottie's chip in on 17 for the golf crowd out there? Ridiculous. I felt bad for Bobby McIntyre. I felt bad for him. He's a good, clean boy. He's a Scot, and he's done some great things with his game. And he said, I remember when J.J. Spawn hit the 50-plus foot putt to just straight up win on the 72nd hole at the U.S. Open, where Bobby was right there. And he's in, remember, Reimer, he's there watching it on the screen. Tremendous sportsman, the class, the attitude. He, applauded it. He was like, wow,
Yeah, I've got that meme
It's
saved.
unbelievable.
But
he hold it.
He's definitely been through the ringer this year.
And he said, I honestly just want to break my clubs right now.
Love that, though. You love that instant response, instant reaction.
I don't know what you would do. I really don't. I was also thinking about this earlier, too, in the year that Scottie has had. The fact that, he had to have ravioli take him out of having truly a legendary type of year. And what I mean by that is that he injured his hand with a glass early in the year because he was trying to hand cut ravioli on his own. Pasta had to keep Scottie Scheffler down to only a 5-win, 2 major championship season where he didn't get a victory until May or so. He had the whole West Coast swing, the Florida tournaments, the Sony Open in Hawaii. And he still won 5 times.
And guys, typically I would think that that's a BS story. Remember Jeff Kent? I was washing my car. I'm showing my age. He it was like a 4-wheeler accident that he fell off his 4-wheeler, but he said, I was washing my SUV and I fell. But they found out he was lying. So when I first heard that story from Scottie, I'm like, no, that's probably legit. It's Scottie. That sounds like something Scott. That sounds legit, actually.
Well, and he could have an extra major if he didn't get arrested.
That is true.
Right, the guy went to jail.
He still shot under par.
4 under par when he went to jail.
Day. I don't think it hit him till the next day. Because then it affected him the next day.
The adrenaline was still pumping.
Here's the funny thing, too. Scottie gets to the course earlier when he goes to jail than I do just going to play for a scheduled tee time. He was still 45 minutes ahead when he was in jail that morning. I showed up and 20 minutes, 30 minutes before my tee time yesterday when I played.
And he was stretching.
That's it.
You should probably start going to jail.
Stretched and ready to go.
You should probably start going to jail before you play golf.
It's going to happen eventually.
The Hilliard police are going to pick you up.
It's going to happen eventually. All right, I'm actually getting sick and tired of having something constantly shoved down my throat. We're going to hit it in Foodgasm. Coming up, Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Slower traffic is causing a 5-minute delay if you're on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. You're also going to hit a 5-minute delay on eastbound 33 from Refugee Road to Bixby Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks, your trusted neighborhood plumbing, draining, heating, and cooling experts. Visit online today at thewaterworks.com.
It's Wilson from That Other Window Place, and this is the Secrets of Pella podcast. Secrets of Pella. Where we try to expose Pella Windows secrets. Okay, Leslie from Pella, with this easy slide operator, I can slide open this window with just one finger. What are you guys hiding?
Well, we're not hiding anything, but that slide is cool, right?
All right, cut. Leslie, it is so cool. Look, I'm opening it with just one pinky.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Bishop and Friends.
I love how that was his red flag. Like, that's where he drew the line, not all of the sugar that's in the filling.
It's okay, though. Fat-free whipped cream and milk. He's fine.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that for all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Oh, hi. Which interrupt office ping pong to bring you an immature radio show. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Bids is in for Man today. Thank you guys for being here. The chat is up and running. Hello to everybody following on YouTube. You can catch all our shows that way, in addition to listening all the other ways that you've done for so long. Bids, we got some action tonight on the gridiron. Big game. Washington.
Must win,
Commanders hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Battle of the Hall household right there. Bengals and Commanders, let's go.
I mean, I think you would agree. Whoever loses this game,
a huge game.
You might as well just call it the season, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm told that this is Brian Robinson Jr.'s last game.
Oh,
He's not going to play, and then he's done after this.
That's crazy.
Running back for
playing?
Oh, come on.
He was activated off
the pup. Come on, that's different. That's
Terry and Trey are going out to dinner during the game. Trey Hendrickson and Terry McLaurin. They're going to take their millions. Like, let's go watch these guys play preseason football while we eat some filet mignon and shrimp cocktail.
Look, while I'm fully with those guys, like what are they going to do? Like they gotta play, right? You can't sit out the year at their stage of their career. Like I know they're taking this close. I know Cliff Kingsbury for Washington just finally said some things publicly about it's kind of we're past the point here where you can only get so many mental reps. You got to practice. You got to play. Even for a finely tuned athlete like Terry, we got to go. Every day. The only thing my phone is good for is for texting with my wife, and hopefully I see an ESPN alert that says ... Washington Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin. And then it says the good news and not the bad.
It'll get
has
done.
Signed a long-term deal and not has been traded
It'll
to
get
the
done.
New York Giants.
And I think Trey Hendrickson will get done too. And if you're Trey Hendrickson and you're his agent, you see Miles Murphy being a complete bust. Like that doesn't hurt our cause at all. Now Shamar Stewart actually looks like he actually might be a player despite everything that we were saying. Not 3 weeks ago. He actually is having a really good camp. But listen, Miles Murphy, their first round pick 2 years ago, complete bust. You got to get Trey Hendrickson in there to line up opposite Shamar Stewart, and then they can have something. I like their D tackles.
Foodgasm.
Man and Timmy present Foodgasm.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Biddle, I got no problem with people's food preferences. I think there needs to be something for everybody out there, but there comes a point in time where we as a society, we grab onto a trend, we grab onto a thing, and then we take it a bit too far. I think one of the world's great appetizer is a fried pickle. Man would tell you that fried pickled chips far superior to pickled spears. I tend to agree with him on that.
Yes, because you're
easier to get done.
Yes,
more surface area. Like the spear is a little bit harder to bite all the way through.
You're getting more of the fryness.
Yeah, and a chip is just one pop and you're done. They're smaller, so you get a dip, whole entire chip. Dip, whole entire chip. Sonic, I love you guys. I want to say that. I love you guys. Fantastic, right? The Conies, tremendous with the tots. If you stick to the hits there, I can remember being a college kid, working at the golf course close to our campus at KU, and that happy hour for drinks at Sonic.
The slushies.
Cherry limeades, or sometimes the orange cream slush, the lime cream slush. Good stuff, right? And they were like $1 back then. It was giant styrofoam cups. Great. But you guys are a part of this now. You're going too hard on the pickle craze. You seen this thing here where they got the Grillo's pickle thing is all over the menu right now? No problem with maybe the burger with like one extra dill pickle. I love to have pickle on a burger. Like that's a great topping. Pickle, onion. I had smash burgers on Friday night. Those are the two toppings that I had. And it was lovely. But the pickle flavored slush with a pickle spear on the top and pickle juice flavor bubbles like the boba things in it? No. Stop with the pickle.
They're trying to hydrate. For those who don't know, pickle juice might be the best to prevent cramping. People are like, oh, well, drink water, drink Gatorade. The best thing you can do is drink pickle juice, as gross as that sounds. I'm with you, though, man. I love pickles. I love dill pickles. They've gone too far, though. Like, my daughter contacted me a couple months ago. She's like, hey, can you get me something off the new pickle menu at Popeyes? And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like,
that's right.
Like pickle,
Popeyes had this.
Yeah, it was something similar. It wasn't
pickle glazed chicken sandwich, pickle glazed bone and wings,
nothing
pickle
crazy.
Glazed boneless.
At first I was like,
fried pickles and pickle lemonade. No.
Yeah,
no.
Right. I know.
No.
Lemonade is perfect. Now you can put strawberry lemonade. We don't need pickle lemonade.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Strawberry lemonade.
And
lemonade and tea. Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
Don't tell that to Jack, though.
Tell that to Jack. You gotta get him a milkshake.
You have something from Chick-fil-A. They're bringing in some flavors, right? They're doing some like cherry blasted stuff.
They're doing
what are they doing?
Cherry berry and Sprite, cherry berry lemonade, cherry berry frosted lemonade, and cherry berry Sunjoy. I feel like Bill Burr here. Cherries, berries. Cherries, berries.
Yeah, cherry berry. But it's like cherry and blueberry and another thing, right? It's not just cherry. They're like adding a couple other berries to that, right?
Well, most of it's just cherry berry.
Let me see the thing.
There you go.
The thing says, the drink. So the cherry berry and Sprite, sparkling mix of Sprite with delicious cherry, blueberry, and cranberry. I don't know with the cherry, blueberry, and cranberry.
So the cherry is its own thing,
together.
and then the berry is, I gotcha.
I love cherry. I think you just do the splash of cherry or the grenadine with Sprite. I mean, you're talking Shirley Templetown almost right there. Like that to me is a wonderful splash of flavor. You can miss me with the blueberry and the cranberry added in. If not trying to do too much with certain things, but I might give one of those a shot. I honestly might give one of those a try. All right, what are we doing coming up here? It's the day of starting quarterback news. We know Julian Sayin's the guy at Ohio State. The Browns have their guy too. That's next. Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the two left lanes if you're on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt from 33 to I-70. And there's stop-and-go traffic causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side from East Broad Street to 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows you need durable power tools, accessories that are built to last. The new DeWalt Elite Series delivers the strength and reliability pros need and is available exclusively at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Rates as low as 5.54% APR and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit bmifcu.org/refinance.
If your kiddo learning the trumpet is a more pleasant sound than your garage door opening, we are Deluxe Door Systems, fixing crappy garage doors for less than you think. Straightforward and honest. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Ozzie and Daniel Silna made one of the greatest deals in NBA history. In the 70s, they owned the Spirits of St. Louis of the ABA. When the NBA and ABA merged, they offered the Silna brothers a couple of million to go away, but instead, the Silnas negotiated a piece of future television revenue. We all know how TV contracts are these days, and the Silna brothers made a total of $800 million from the NBA. Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, talk about deal making for local businesses in our community.
Thank you, Bobby. Being a local bank has its benefits. We have experience making deals in this town, and with our local processing and underwriting, we're agile enough to move at the speed of business. Travis, share how we treat our clients.
We advise our clients on risk mitigation, long-term financial stability, and market conditions to help them make informed decisions. The Silnas knew something the MBA didn't. Let our experience and local expertise help guide you in your business.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinder Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting hindermotorcompany.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Nate Bargatze, Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Schottenstein Center, Saturday and Sunday, August 23rd and 24th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
Common Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino.
Mikey, it's time for the ultimate fan experience. You could win tickets to the big home team game.
Legal?
Oh, legal.
Oh, illegal.
Legal. Against a team that wears orange on August 30th.
It all goes down Thursday, August 28th from 6 to 7. All you have to do is use your Penn Play card or the Penn Play app during the month of August.
And you can win a bunch of other prizes as well. The more you play, the more opportunities you have to win.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A gambler.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Make your Labor Day a good deal better by stocking up on your favorites during the Buy 5, Save 5 sale at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match over 2,000 items store-wide, like Meijer shredded or chunk cheese, 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable, Brawny paper towels, and Dixie Family Pack paper plates and bowls. The Buy 5, Save 5 sale at Meijer. That's the good life. A good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. An answer to a big question came today when Ohio State announced Julian Sayin has nosed out Lincoln Kienholz to be the starting quarterback for the Buckeyes in the season opener against Texas. The announcement made today by head coach Ryan Day.
We look at the numbers and the production. We felt like in a situation where he was ready to go play in this game, we also feel like Lincoln was ready to play. Overall, Julian was more consistent.
Second-year player Sayin appeared in 4 games last year as the #3 quarterback. Meanwhile, Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs named preseason first-team All-Americans by the Associated Press. Cleveland Browns announced that Joe Flacco will be their starting quarterback when the regular season begins. Cincinnati Bengals in Landover, Maryland to meet the Commanders tonight. Baseball, Cincinnati Reds face the Angels in Anaheim. The Guardians are in Arizona. This update brought to you by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Remember that funny line from Christmas Vacation?
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Well, these morons keep jamming them down our throats, so they're not funny anymore. Here's Man and Timmy.
That's what we do. What can I say? When we catch a good quote, we really like to let it ride, Dave Biddle is in for the man today. Rhyme time is back there. Everybody left me. It's what we're doing, I guess. What we're doing on a nice little Monday here. Julian Sayin Monday. Yes, we have got our starting quarterback, folks. And look, head coach Ryan Day, he fielded a lot of questions about this earlier, and you just heard one of the clips in the update there with Paul Keels. Lincoln Kienholz, we know what football is Football's a dangerous sport to begin with, and we have followed enough seasons covering Buckeye football that you always have to be ready. You never know what can be around the corner. And Lincoln Kienholz, while he might not have a lot of game experience under his belt, if anything did happen, this guy is someone that is really going to be relishing the opportunity to get out there and play well, too.
I agree, Timmy. He's entering his third year in the program, and he's also entering his third year of just playing football after playing baseball his whole life and being fantastic at it, basketball, being fantastic at it, all these other sports he played. He was the National USA Today and Gatorade Athlete of the Year, regardless of sport, when he was a senior in high school. So now that he's focused on football for 3 years, I absolutely believe Lincoln Kienholz can get the job done if called upon. And that was backed up by what we saw during the practices that were open. But in the same breath, I would have been shocked if Julian Sayin was not the starting quarterback. So this is kind of how I expected it to play out. And if you're an Ohio State fan, I think this played out very well for you because Julian Sayin won the job. It wasn't like he won it by default. Ryan Day's not sitting here doing what he did 2 years ago. Like, I don't know who our guy is. Kyle's going to start, but Devin's going to play. We don't know who our guy is. Julian's the guy. And they believe Lincoln can get the job done. And as Coach Day said, they think they're going to need both quarterbacks. They're fortunate last year they didn't need two quarterbacks.
Always best to be on the safe side. Yeah,
no doubt.
Always best to be on the safe side. Have two ready that you're confident you can go out there and get the job done with.
No doubt. You need a pair and a spare, as Woody would say. And then Tressel brought that back. Yeah, and listen, running back, same deal, man. Like James Peoples, I think, would have been ready to roll last year if need be as the number 3 tailback. But like Quinshawn and Trey stayed healthy the entire year. That's why I look at Bo Jackson this year, man. Like Bo Jackson's going to enter the year as the number 3 tailback behind James Peoples and behind C.J. Donaldson. But listen, man, if Bo Jackson needs to play a lot, he is more than ready to go. I really like this running back room, despite the fact, Timmy, it almost sounds crazy to say that, Timmy, despite losing the best running back tandem I've ever seen at Ohio State, me personally, I didn't see Archie and Pete and some of the other great tandems. I still really like this running back room.
I don't know if it's just me. I have never lost sleep over the Ohio State running back room.
Right.
And I know there's been years where they've been better than others. What was a year here not too far ago? Was Mayan Williams our top guy? And Mayan was is that right? Or maybe Mike Weber was our top guy?
Well, Mayan was because Trey got hurt.
Mayan was when Trey got hurt in his sophomore year.
That 2022 semifinal against Georgia, they were down to I think Xavier Johnson, the aforementioned. We were talking about Xavier Johnson. He was playing tailback. Trey Anum started the Michigan game, I think, that year.
Yeah, but Chip had some good. Chip had some good.
I'm not
reps.
saying those guys were bad.
I'm always confident that there's guys here.
That's what
if your offensive line and the rest of your offense is in shape, you'll have a running back that can go out there and do some good things for you.
I'm with you. I mean, and Ohio State history backs up what you're saying. And last year was crazy having basically two starters. Both go over 1,000 yards, and both
one of my predictions that hit last year.
Nice work,
double thousands.
Nice work.
Took every bit of the season to get it done.
That's another thing, though.
Every bit of the season to get it done.
In a violent sport, and running backs get banged up maybe more than anybody. In a 16-game schedule, to have both those guys stay healthy. Maybe James Peoples was the only one that was not happy about I'm joking. James is a great young man. He was
he's a fine young man. Going to be a fine sailor.
He's going to be a fine sailor. He's going to be a fine number 1 running back this year. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm we'll see. They don't have the depth they had last year overall. They're younger than they were overall last year, obviously. But, man, there's a reason they are the co-betting favorite to win the national championship. Am I predicting Ohio State's going to win the national title? No, but they are definitely one of the, 7 or 8 teams that have a legit shot.
Coach Ryan Day, the expectations for starting quarterback Julian Sayin against Texas on August 30th.
Just win, baby. That's it, man. Just win. Find a way to win. One more point than them. If it's, 14-13 or 65-64, we got to find a way to win. That's it. That's all that matters. And, we're not going to worry about the what ifs and all that other stuff. We're gonna let it fly. And, I said that to him today, and I said the same thing to Lincoln. We're gonna let this thing go when we're in the game, and that's it. And we're not gonna worry about all the other stuff because we know that the expectation is win every game. But in this game, find a way to go 1-0 on Saturday night. That's it, and we'll go from there.
I'm gonna go a little early prediction: 241 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick for Julian Sayin.
Ooh. If you're a Buckeye fan, I would take that.
Just throwing a stat line
You're
out
giving
there.
over 240 yards and 2.
Yeah. want to go too crazy.
Touchdowns and one pick. I would take that.
I tend to think that this is going to be
I would take that.
A lower scoring affair. This is big boy. This is big boy football.
Like 28-14 or something like that?
At the most. Yeah.
He got it. 28-14.
No, thank you.
Know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
One of the deep. Maybe it'll be Kenyatta Jackson getting the sack and strip and the score on Arch Manning.
I don't know if you're getting that again.
No, but I'm with you, man.
Honestly, I could see
if Sam can do that, that'd be good.
Your mirrored score again, I could see lower. Just with it being first week, defenses kind of come to the forefront there, kind of have the advantage where the offenses are trying to get more in sync. They're the ones that are taking their attack to the other side of the ball, which is why I think when you got good on good here, two great teams, two great preseason teams, I tend to favor the defensive side of it. That's even with Matt Patricia coming in and being new for Ohio State.
It's so interesting and so intriguing, which is why this game is awesome. Like the fact they're just jumping right into the fire. No preseason games, no practices with other teams. Like, no, you practice against yourself, and then you are jumping in against your co-betting favorite to win the national championship. The same team you just finished, well, Texas at least, finished the season with last year. Ohio State's second to last game. What a classic game. 20 years, Timmy, after they played this home and home that was a classic home and home series in 05 and 06.
Yep.
I mean, you couldn't write the script any better. I'm with you, man. I think this might be, I won't go quite as low as that. I don't think it'll be under 42 points, but I'm with you. I'll be shocked if this is like a shootout.
Bids, some more big news.
Flacco, my Cracko.
Joe Flacco, QB1 for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, I feel so good for you guys. Joe Flacco. Now, look, this is one that you could also see coming. The one that we were talking about this in the break leading up to it. I don't really understand or see the point now for Kenny Pickett. You've got the veteran there. You got two guys that seem to be pushing each other in Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, both rookies. See what you got with one of those guys. I think making the pick between those two is going to be difficult and tricky for Kevin Stefanski. But Joe Flacco, we've seen what he can do as a veteran. We've seen this elder Flacco just really spin it and have the ability to throw for 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks in a game. One of my buddies just texted me, like, I'm waiting for Joe against the Bengals. He's a big Bengals fan to throw for 420 yards and 5 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, but get the victory.
Your buddy, I feel that pain. You're thinking, as a Bengal fan, you're thinking, we should be confident about this, right? Like, no, he'll throw for like 500 yards and 6 touchdowns. No, I hear you.
Tons of picks, but the Browns will win.
I'm with you, man. Like, Flacco's first win ever was as a rookie with the Ravens against the Bengals. We were like, Troy Smith was going to start the game until he got sick. Yeah, I'm going way back. And Flacco ended up starting because Troy Smith, the Heisman winner, got sick. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The Browns are smart to start Flacco. I don't know what they're doing with Kenny Pickett. Now, in their defense, they traded for Kenny Pickett before the draft. So they're thinking, okay, we'll have Flacco, we'll have Pickett, maybe 1 draft pick. I don't think they were planning on having 2. What I would do now is try to find a trade partner. Good luck to get anything you can for Pickett, even if it's a 7th round pick. And then have Flacco as your starter. Let Gabriel and Shedeur battle it out all year, find out who the backup is. One of those guys will probably be the starter, before too long. Can't imagine Flacco's going to start all 17 games. And whichever one of those two, between Gabriel and Sanders, proves to be better, keep that one, but then still draft a quarterback next year to be your main guy, unless you're convinced that Gabriel or Shedeur is your man.
Flacco, my Cracko.
I have found the person that maybe understands being a diehard sports fan as much as anyone. Going to tell you about this person next. Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a crash that's blocking 2 lanes on northbound 270 on the South Outer Belt after Alum Creek Drive. Emergency crews are on scene and only the right lane is open, so a bit of a delay there. And we've got another slowdown due to a crash that's on McNaughton Road at Main Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Kevin Lepley. Laborers Local Number 530 Zanesville. Kevin is a 14-year member working with NPL Great Lakes. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
Two teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without having to take your time? You thought to yourself, I'll just tough it out. But nothing changes. Hi, it's Tyvis Powell. It's time to call and schedule that free consultation with Dr. Walkoff and his team at QC Kinetics here in Columbus. I'm glad I did. Myself and others have turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies. No scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Check it out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75% for up to 27 months. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY. Then when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 12 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating. You're overwhelmed. You might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Fair skies, light winds, and temperatures in the mid-80s on this Monday. Overnight will fall back down to the low 60s with clear skies and a comfortable start to your Tuesday. Back in the upper 80s Tuesday afternoon, and that will spawn the chance of a late-day shower or storm. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I would like you guys to do something. That way, if you ever miss any part of our program for whatever reason, you'll be able to get it. You just go to wherever you get your audio, search up Common Man and Timmy, download, subscribe. You'll get it all. It's completely free. You won't miss a single thing. It's the perfect thing to do. And the Common Man and Timmy podcast is brought to you by our friends at Care Heating and Cooling. We certainly do thank them. We're going to talk to Jason Stark coming up here at 5:30. Jason's Beef. Hey, your Reds, Bids. Got it done. Just in the nick of time. They didn't get the series, but at least they busted the streak. Are the Brewers killing somebody right now?
They beat the Cubs 7-0.
7-0.
The Brewers are like, I'm going to ask Jason the most low-hanging fruit question when he comes on next segment. Like, how do the Brewers do this? Every year I'm like, okay, this is the year the Brewers are going to be like, I never count them out. I'm like, this year they'll be like, they'll be all right. Or they'll be the best team in baseball by a wide margin. Yeah, you're right. Like
and fall flat in the playoffs.
God, if you're a Brewers fan, I hate to say this, but I would definitely whoever. I don't even know who they're going to play. I'm going to bet against whoever they're playing in the first round. I mean, I bet for the team they're playing in the first round.
Could be the Reds.
You know what?
Then I definitely will bet for the Brewers. A little reverse psychology there.
I just know what it's like to be a fan of a team that has gotten hot here lately, but can't do any flipping thing in the postseason.
Yeah, the Orioles stink.
They stink.
It's a lot like
they have the longest postseason drought. I think they've lost 10 straight postseason games. It doesn't matter what they do.
I was going to say the Guardians, but at least the Guardians get far. Like, they got to the World Series at least 3 times since 95, 97, and then 16, I think, with Tito. So they've got there 3 times. Maybe I'm leaving one out, but yeah. Listen, I would much rather have that, like what the Guardians have experienced, than now I'm not talking about, obviously, what the Reds experienced before then. Obviously, we know the Reds' history. But listen, since 95, I'd much rather have what the Indians have done, the Guardians, than the Reds.
Well, they were the Indians.
They were the Indians.
Yeah, they were. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to call them what they were back in the day.
Yeah.
So, Bids, I was reading this story, and I'm really going to drive it home when I get to the quote from this gentleman at the end of it, but somebody spent over $12,000 on a particular sports card, and it's who it was. That's not a large number, right?
Had to be Babe Ruth, right?
Depending on, you get a Babe Ruth card for $12,000. Maybe there's a really crappy Babe Ruth card that's like a 2 that would grade a 1 or a 2. Although I don't know. I would think any Babe Ruth card in existence, you're probably at $50,000 or so. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Who the heck knows? So it's a Jay Cutler football card. A Jay Cutler card yielded a little bit more than $12,000. Now, to get into the weeds on the hobby as to why this card got this kind of price, it's a 2012 Panini Prism Black Finite card. If Jack's listening to this segment right now, he's like, ooh, Panini Prism Black Finite. Those are rare. Those are nice. So apparently that's the rarest parallel of his base card from the set. It's the only one that was produced, and even though it's not a rookie card, it's from Panini's very first Prism football set. I know, from getting more into the football cards, Prisms are one of the high-quality sets. You got Prisms, Mosaics, Prism probably a little bit ahead of Mosaic. Maybe it's a preference thing right there. These were some other recent Prism Black Finite cards and what they sold for. Michael Vick had a 2012. He's got one that's listed on eBay right now for $200K. In June, that's right, new owner of the Commanders, Josh Harris, bought a Jaden Daniels 2024 Prism Black Finite rookie for $500,000.
That's hilarious. The owner buying a card of his quarterback for $500,000. Which for him, $500,000, cool. It's like $5 for you.
I know. Imagine that, right? A $5 bill.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. You need $500,000. You need a tip.
The intention was to display that at Northwest Stadium. I don't know if they have done that. Tom Brady's unaccounted for 2012 Black Finite card is, who knows what that would yield. I think I saw that would be at least a That's got to be a $500,000 card too. I'm not seeing what they think that Brady card
I never thought this would happen, Tim, as far as like trading cards coming back. Like,
yeah.
I collected baseball cards and some football. Like I have a couple, like some like I have a Joe Montana rookie. He's my most valuable football card. But I don't have like a lot of football cards. Some basketball cards as well, but it was mostly baseball cards. And then for like 30 years or 25 years, I was like, okay, these are never going to be worth anything. And then all of a sudden, the industry came back alive.
Brady card would have to get $1 million, right? If Jaden Daniels sold for $500,000,
it depends on how rare it is.
The fun thing about the Brady card, and that's what's cool about cards, is that no one knows of it. So it might have been thrown out, or it got lost in the shuffle. It was in a case somewhere. Either it hasn't been opened or someone's got it, and they don't know that they have it.
It's all about
That's
how
even
rare
more
it is.
Wild.
You being an Orioles fan, you'll remember the Billy Ripken card.
Oh, the blank face card.
The bleep face.
Love
it. If you had the real one, not the one that was blanked out if you had the actual one, that was worth a lot of money.
Are those worth that much? Were there few of them?
Well, yes, because like I just found one that was like was it Greg Nettles or Craig? I think it's Greg Nettles, and it was Craig on the inside, or vice versa, is an error card, 81 Fleer that I just discovered. I have a couple of those, and those are like worth decent coin, nothing crazy. Couldn't buy your car or anything like that. But like, yeah, man, those error cards, like the rarer they are, the more valuable they are.
All right, so a Jay Cutler Black Finite sold for $12,107 last week, and people are wondering why did this happen? I guess it's a super rare card. Jay Cutler, good enough, right, for a super rare card like that, and they got a hold of the guy that won the bid. They got it. His name's John Walazek, and he said, "I'm a huge Bears fan and a Cutler collector. These 2012 finites, they're nearly impossible to find. So when this popped up, I had to win by any means necessary. It involved using a funding service in which I'll be selling other cards I've collected over the years to pay for it." Everybody's on different budgets, right? Like there's a lot of collectors out there where, $12,000 for a card is a drop in the bucket. Like not necessarily Josh Harris standards, but people are going to shows. I took my son to the National in Chicago. I know people were there with over $100,000 in cash, and they were there to just buy up stuff.
And you were one of them.
Oh, yeah, and I was one of them.
Yes.
I had $250,000 in cash.
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to
I was after that T206. I was after that Hone-ass Wagner card. That's what I was going for, baby. And so this part at the end, though, here's what tells me that John Walazek, he's okay in my book as a sports fan. He gets it, okay? So listen to this. He says, "Trust me, I didn't want to pay this much money for it. I don't want to spend $12,000 on a Jay Cutler card. I wish it was $100. I wish I found it in a box at Goodwill along with the rest of the set. But that didn't happen. What happened was this card showed up at auction, and some other idiots also bid $12,000. So this is the price I'm obligated to pay." He considers himself an idiot too, right? And I wish it wasn't. I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to be a fan of a team that doesn't win Super Bowls and has never had a great quarterback. But I'm a fan of the Chicago Bears. And how I express that fandom is collecting players who played for the Bears. And sadly, Jay Cutler is the best quarterback I've watched play for the Chicago Bears. So this card is a necessary piece for what I'm building.
I almost hope, like, for his sake, Caleb Williams is not the bust people think he's going to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel bad for this guy that Jay Cutler is like the best quarterback he's ever seen for the Bears. Because the one time he's probably seen a Bears Super Bowl is when Rex Grossman was their quarterback. So I imagine he was not a Jim McMahon, probably wasn't around in 85 or doesn't remember 85, because I'm sure Jim McMahon would be his favorite Bears quarterback of all time. Over Cutler.
Do you get what he's saying, though? I get it, too.
He obviously has too much money on his hands.
We have to take our Buckeye football hats off when we think about this, because we have it great. We won a national championship. They kind of are up at the top, and they give us chances and opportunities every year. They give us something to live for as sports fans. But no matter where you are, whether you're a Cincinnati fan, a Cleveland fan, you've had some struggles, Browns fans, you could relate to this. You think I want this? You think I want to be excited about Joe Flacco starting another season here in 2025?
Flacco, my Cracko.
I just was born here, These are the teams that we have to cheer for. You think I want Mike Brown calling the shots in Cincy?
No. At least we have the
for any of
Buckeyes.
this.
This
is just what we have. We deal with it as best we can. And he's such a big sports guy. He's got to collect something. He has to have something. He's got to spend $12,000 on a Jay Cutler card.
My friends that are Reds fans and Bengals fans, which I am, and my friends that are Guardians fans and Browns fans, I just say the same thing. I just hope you're Buckeye fans too. It mitigates the disaster.
All right. The streak is dead. The Reds got it done in extras. Here to talk some baseball is Jason Stark. Jason's Beef is coming your way in 2 minutes. Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 11th Avenue. And you're looking at a 15-minute delay if you're on eastbound US 33 between Refugee Road and Bixby Road. This report is sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank, and refresh the vibe with 69-cent large big gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
When it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Heading back to school is a good deal better at Meijer. Start off on the right foot with buy one, get one for $1 athletic or Skechers shoes for the family. Earn an A+ on lunch with hot deals on Meijer brand must-haves all season long. Meijer peanut butter, jelly, and round top bread are just $1.39 each. Meijer meal prep containers are $5.49, and Meijer disinfecting wipes are $2.99. Enjoy the back-to-school good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
He's a man who's in every Hall of Fame in the known universe. He's a man who travels thousands of miles to see celestial bodies. He's a man who enjoys a good tomato pie. And he's a man who regrets a few life choices every Monday at 5:30. It's Jason's Beef with Jason Stark.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on train systems, including 0% APR for 60 months.
All right, so we are trying to get Jason on right now. Rhyme Time is going to give him another shot. It's weird because I've texted with Jason all morning long, and we were talking about the Reds and talking about Rob Manfred's comments about realignment when expansion comes around and how baseball fans are all up in arms with that. He was teasing to me the idea is that we just go away from leagues, American League and National League. And to me, that's just, I got to hear him out on like how that would look and if it's just going to be geographical divisions and that's it. Because I've seen some ideas out there too, and there was one that I saw that had the Baltimore Orioles in some division where there's no one. There's no other AL East teams there. Not one.
But they'd be with DC,
They'd
right?
be with the Nats, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
That'd be
Charlotte
cool.
and the Charlotte. What? I don't know.
Yeah, Baltimore and DC.
30 years to be cool with that.
Oh, because you like both?
I
think the Reds and the
like
Indians
my ass kicked by the AL East.
Guardians. Gosh, I'm going to call them Indians till I'm dead.
That's okay.
I think the Reds and the Guardians being in the same division would be cool.
Yeah,
the Tigers in there.
That would definitely happen.
Yeah,
that would definitely happen.
Yeah, I'd be for that for sure. Absolutely.
I'm trying to look at the one list that I was looking at earlier today that had the MLB divisions in it, because you said it. You think in terms of geography. That's basically what it's going to be.
It used to not matter at all.
So Jim Bowden had the proposed realignment here for if we're going to go off of what Rob Manfred was sort of sneakily hinting when expansion comes along for Major League Baseball to do it at that point. So the East, you'd have this power division. You'd have the Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, and Phillies. Good. That's a crazy division.
Let them just battle it out. We'll stay in the Midwest with the Pirates, Guardians, Reds, and Tigers. Actually, maybe not the Tigers.
Here's this suggestion with the North: Reds, Guards, Tigers, and Jays.
Okay,
that would be the North division.
Okay, I'm down.
Mid-Atlantic, here's the one where they got my O's in there with the Nats. So you got the little, the DC-Baltimore rivalry right there. Charlotte and the Pirates.
Just putting Charlotte in there.
New there.
Is Nashville also a fait accompli in this?
Southeast, Nashville, Braves, Marlins, Rays.
Okay.
Then Midwest, Cubs and Sox, Brewers and Twins.
I like
Southwest, Stros, Royals, Cards, and Rangers. Pacific Coast, little PC, Rockies, Athletics, Mariners, and Giants. And then out west, Diamondbacks, Angels, Dodgers, and Padres. It's a lot. It's a lot.
The poor Angels, man. Jeez. The poor Angels. They have to share, quote unquote, a city. They're not really in the same city with the Dodgers. They, at one point, 2 years ago, they had Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani on the same team. At one point, the two best players in baseball. They weren't 2 years ago because Trout banged up and couldn't do anything. I kind of feel bad for the Angels, Timmy. By the way, fun fact, I was down in spring training for the first time in Arizona this year.
We never talked about that. That was such a big thing. That was such a big thing. You had wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. I've always wanted to do that too.
And I recommend if you're like a fan of whatever team, like if you're a Guardians fan, the Guardians and the Reds complex are right next to each other in Goodyear, Arizona. It's awesome. But so I met one of my friends. We went to a Reds-Angels game in Tempe, which is where the Angels spring training is, right? The Angels play at Devil Stadium for spring training. It's Tempe Diablo Stadium.
Yeah.
So Diablos, and I get it, right? The Sun Devil
Stadium.
Right, but not that Arizona State plays there, but it's very close to Arizona State, obviously being in Tempe. And but I just thought that was funny as heck that the Angels, for their spring training home, play at Devil Stadium. Diablo Stadium.
Yeah, so I would love to do that too. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can get out of the not that I want to leave nice cool weather in that time of year. You're getting hotter, and I long for my 50 to 55 degree days. That's the one thing I'd have to give up.
Late February, getting out of Ohio, that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it. When it was 0 here, that's the first time in my life, because I've been at outdoor pools in January for bowl trips and stuff. But I think this is my first time ever I was at an outdoor pool in late February. I'd look up, my wife's yeah, it's 13 degrees here. I'm yeah, it's 88 and sunny here.
85, 88 degrees, touching 90 almost.
It's usually not that warm. It's usually not that warm last week of February, but it was this year. But yeah, if you're a baseball fan, whether it's the Reds or the Guardians, whoever, I would highly recommend doing spring training if you haven't already. And one of the coolest things is not even the games. It's the workouts. They don't even call them practices. The workouts in the morning, it's free to go to. You get right up. You're between a chain link fence between you and Ellie De La Cruz or Hunter Green.
You really,
right here.
Yeah, you really feel like you're geeking out when you make that plunge to go to spring training with the boys.
Yeah,
you are a nerd and you feel like you're a scout for the team, right?
Yes.
You better be all in. You better have tidbits and factoids about all sorts of players and guys. You need to be the source for your friends for that entire season if you're going to spring training.
That's right. And you have to own the fact that you're a nerd.
Special connection to that
team. You can't act like you're cool, you're going to spring training to watch practice and stuff. You can't pretend like you're cool. You're obviously a nerd, and I own that.
That's why this is such a big year for you, because you started off by going to spring training.
That's right.
And you and I got to be here. We were sitting in this studio. We were filling in for Rothman and Ice. Both guys are out on their show. that day when we had the announcement that we got the Reds contract.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you and I were sitting right here. Got to announce that news.
That's right.
That was perfect. What are you doing? He's showing me his keychain right now. Look at this, Tim. Got a Reds keychain right there, man.
What's wrong with
Look at that.
I like it. I went all in, man. I went all in.
No, something
I've never done. Like you're all in.
Sports bucket list. Sports bucket list. I would like to do that because you could certainly rope that into a golf trip too, if you're like me.
Oh, for sure.
That's the one thing I would take advantage of with no golf around here. Even though I do love the cold temps because I'm about done. I'm about done with north of 90 degree temperatures. I'll tell you this. We actually had a big moment. We had a big moment in the Hall household this weekend because our son, Jack, played in his first contact football game. So Saturday, his middle school team, he's going into 8th grade, so he's on that team. They had their one scrimmage, and then they're going to get right to the season coming up here on Thursday. So it's just been the whole offseason of practice. He'd been talking about wanting to play half of his life, but while being supportive, yes, I'd be lying if I said, I don't know, like when we should let him play contact football, when's the right age. But somewhere along the lines, we weren't going to hold him back. Like if he really wanted to do something bad enough, we were just going to support it. And hopefully it's going to be as safe as it can possibly be. It's a dangerous sport. We get all that. But he wanted to play, and he was excited about it, all in about it. So he went through this. It was just one of those things where you see your kid out there for the first time wearing the gear, wearing the pads, wearing the helmet. He didn't get much action. He was out there for like 4 snaps, but 3 offensive, 1 defensive, and now it's go time, right? It's school ball. I will never be one of those dads, never going to be one of those youth sports dads, especially when we're talking about school ball. Best players will play, best kids will play. Go in there, earn your time. You want to be a starter, earn it through practice. But it was one of those moments to just be up in the stands like, oh, here we go.
That's really cool, man. Like my daughters play high school tennis, and like, yeah, I'm with you, man. Like I never want to, like, other than just saying, hi, you're doing a great job. I don't want to talk to the coaches. I don't want to be that, like, youth sports father. Like, just support your kids, support the coaches. That's awesome for your kid, man. Jack's never going to forget this experience, whether he plays high school football or not. His first year playing tackle football is this year, right? He'll remember this the rest of his life for sure.
All right.
And by the way, Timmy, he's in a good town for football.
Oh, absolutely. Right, yeah. If you're just talking about Hilliard specifically,
I'm talking about Hilliard.
Columbus.
Well, I mean, obviously Columbus.
Yeah.
Obviously Columbus, but like Hilliard. Yeah, let's go.
Hilliard boys.
Hilliard boy. Hey, listen,
let's do this, man.
Listen, they're nice until they're not,
Jags, baby.
That's right.
Let's
right.
Go Jags. Let's go Jags. West Side. So, Jason Stark, I hate to do it, but you're in jail, pal.
I guess we'll have to eat the Arby's for you, Jason.
Got to throw you behind bars.
I guess
man.
I'll have to predict the Reds are going to make the playoffs.
He said he was at Philly. Who are the Phillies playing tonight? He said he was there at Citizens.
I think I'll take this one because I had his phone number. And I didn't.
What are you talking about?
I'd had his home phone number.
What are you talking? I asked you.
I like the honesty.
I didn't know he was out at the ballpark.
I like the honesty here.
I asked you if you had his cell phone.
The number I had listed was I thought it was his number. And then I read it again. It was his home phone.
Oh.
This is going to tell people, like, why are you saying I want your cell phone? You should just say phone these days. This isn't like Drake like 10 years ago. Call me on my cell phone. I get you. Like, you just feel like phone is phone. I got your back, Reimer.
Oh, no.
Rhyme time.
Tim's
mad at you right now.
Him.
It's me. I'm in jail.
Yes, you are. You're not in jail. You're death sentence.
Just go get us some Arby's. It'll be fine.
All right, I'm gonna let you text him and say what a bad boy you are, and we're gonna try to get this for tomorrow at 5:30. I can't have no Starkey for an entire week. No. We cannot have that. All right. Back page coming up. We'll continue to confess. Bids is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for an accident that's blocking the right lane on northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt after Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. Police are on scene there, adding to that holdup. And we've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank, and refresh the vibe. with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Cash for Clunkers continues during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for Clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HRV two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life. Get a free second opinion, replace or repair. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Then you are under siege. From the minute you hit adulthood, stress, bad sleep, junk food, screens, pressure, it all chips away at your testosterone, your energy, and yeah, your confidence. But no one tells you that. And no one tells you the benefit of screening early when you're younger. Research has found that maintaining optimal hormone levels prevents severe men's health issues later in life. At Columbus Men's Clinic, we fight for you. The tired dad, the high performers running on fumes, the gym grinders, the man whom online pills have failed. This is for every man, young and old. Forget pills from apps or emails. You need a real medical provider, a clinic that'll fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Guys, the future is local. Real clinics, real specialists, real answers. Testosterone results in minutes, not days. Columbus Men's Clinic's friendly staff is on standby, ready to tackle your ED, your low T, and enhance your life. Call right now, 614-300-7400, or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I just had the greatest day today. One of our customers in Delaware literally happy cried. Her new windows just completely transformed her home. It was just magical.
Oh, so you like magic.
Well, that's not what I was saying.
Is this your card?
Wilson, you didn't even... Okay, sure. That was my card.
And magic.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
Colin Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Are your leaky windows costing you money? Yes, they are. Right now, when you call my guys at Universal Windows Direct, you get payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Seriously, upgrade your home now and relax until next year. Call now and get a free in-home window and energy assessment. Choose the payment plan that's right for you. 614-502-5220 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Final segment. Dave Biddle in for Common Man today. Reimers in jail. Remember this one for Friday. Man, just a bunch of losers we were last segment. Jason Stark, we miss him dialing up the wrong phone the entire segment. He's out there at Philly covering a baseball game tonight. I'm going to try to see if we can get him on a time tomorrow. He told me he can't do 5:30 tomorrow because he's already booked. So
he's coming on my podcast at that time. No, I'm kidding.
That's what he's booked for.
I'm kidding.
Right? Could you get
coming on the Buckeye Morning 5 tomorrow evening?
Could you let him out of that one? So
yes,
we
I will.
You could do the 5:30
as long as he gives me some
slot?
Arby's. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll let him out of that.
That would be brilliant. That would be fantastic. Bids, we didn't talk about the Trey Hendrickson trade rumors that are going on out there. Is this just that? Is it just rumors? Because it was back in March that Trey requested a trade after the Bengals would not meet his contract demands, and it stayed. I mean, we're not really getting anywhere. We're getting closer and closer to the season. A lot of us think that eventually you get so close to the season, it's time to play. You're one of the stud players on the team. You don't need a lot of preseason game action, but the practice time, I want to make it very clear. I think it is important. I think it's important to be with the team, to get reps, get practice, maybe 1 or 2 series. I mean, you've seen Cincinnati actually put guys out in these preseason games, so they are taking this. Yeah, for once. They're
including
taking this
tonight. Stay healthy, please.
Mm-hmm. Please stay healthy. They're taking this a little bit more serious. You don't want to overdo it, though. You don't want to overdo it. But back at the time, Mike Brown said, we aren't going to trade Trey. We're working to get Trey signed as we speak right here. Well, that was a while ago. That was like July 22nd. Now it's August 18. No deal for Trey Hendrickson. You're going to start seeing all sorts of trade ideas doctored up. But this is just the media that's coming up with stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be shocked if he gets traded. Here's why. It would take a team blowing the Bengals away with an offer, which would take at least a first-round pick and probably at least another pick, meaning a second-day pick. So you're talking about a first and a second or a first and a third at the very least, right? And then that team might be willing to give that up for Trey Hendrickson. But then they would have to extend him. They can't just keep him on the year that he has right now with the Bengals because he's not happy with that. I'll be shocked if this doesn't get done. It reminds me of what happened with Stewart, their first-round pick. I was like, this will get done eventually. Now, Timmy, I'm surprised it hasn't been done already because Trey Hendrickson made what I thought was a good faith move to hold in, which is like a relatively new term in the NFL where he showed up to camp and he's not practicing. He's not faking an injury. He's being very clear what's going on. I think it'll get done. And if you're the Bengals, like if Miles Murphy wasn't a complete bust, you might be like, well, we got Stewart, we got Murphy, we're good to go. No, you're not good to go. You need to get the NFL sack leader in here. And listen, like you have Burrow, you got the receivers. You need to make sure this defense is at least league average. It doesn't even have to be good. It just can't be a complete embarrassment like it was last year and have the offense score like 35 points a game and still finish like 9-8. So, Timmy, I think it'll get done. This feels like a negotiation ploy to me, but
yeah, that's what
it is.
That's
the Bengals, so we'll find out.
I'm going to hold out hope that all of this is just negotiation ploys. It's still going deeper into this than you would ever like to see it go. You'd like to get this stuff done sooner. We always do it this way. We always waste so much time when you're eventually just going to come to a deal. And
the deal's
probably
how
it seems like it, and it's going to be in the middle.
Right.
And it's going to be somewhere in the middle, which is how a negotiation goes. So just do it. You want to make $35 million a year. They're willing to pay 28. Can we just get to 31 or 32 and be done? And you can play. You're not sitting out a season. You're not giving up $1 million a game, right?
Trey Hendrickson will be giving $1 million. You're
not doing
game.
that.
Now, is he already a rich man? Yes. Is he going to give up $1 million a game? No.
No, not at this point in your career. Coming off of these 2 seasons, when was the last time someone actually balked at this? Le'Veon Bell sat out. He was never close to the same guy. Never even close to the same guy.
He's lucky that
That's the one big-time example I can think of, and that's recent.
You're right, and he left money on the table, and he's lucky that the Jets gave him what they gave him. I think they were the only ones that would have given him like the guaranteed money that he even close to what he wanted. Local product, Groveport, Le'Veon Bell.
That's right. Back page.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
If a tree falls in the woods and nobody is around, that's kind of like what this is. This is Live Golf's individual crown. John Rahm Yay, Rombo. Good for you. He claims it for the second straight season. Now, John Rahm did not win a single event in 2025. And because of all the top 10ing that he did, he passed Joaquin Niemann in the season finale to win the title. Niemann won 5 times this year. Like I said, again, I've already given too much pub for live golf, but how about the celebration? I don't know if you saw this. It's one of the stupid things for me about it, where you got to have a giant stage, got to have all that stuff, and he's just pouring milk all over his head like it's Indy 500. Hey, and Reimer, what time do I have to be out here? Are we going to have a hard out for our network show?
Yes, we do have a hard out.
When is it?
54:10.
So that's now.
Yeah.
Jail again. We've got the Ohio State season kickoff show. Ryan Day's going to be on it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Common Man and Timmy.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's blocking the right lane on westbound 33 at 270 on the East Outer Belt. It is a little slow from Hamilton Road. And we've got some slower traffic on westbound 670 between 71 and 315. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil changes Buckeye level quality. And you can stay in your car while their experts do the work. Drive in today. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
If the garage door repair bill from the big garage door company feels more expensive than getting a whole new house, we are Deluxe Door Systems. Fixing crappy garage doors for less than you think. Straightforward and honest. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there's a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Summer's winding down, but you know what? There's still time to drop 20 with Awaken 180's 20-pound summer slim down. That's how I got started, 20 gone fast, and it propelled me straight to my goal of dropping over 75 pounds. You'll still eat, drink, enjoy summer, but the scale's finally moving. Then you finally hit fall with some energy, confidence, and clothes that actually fit again. Awaken 180's coaches, they keep you on track so the weight stays off. You can go to awaken180weightloss.com to start your first 20 now and finish summer on a win streak.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You know, it's not the shoes. It's what you can put in them that makes all the difference. Hey, it's Anthony. I've been a customer at the Good Feet store for a while now, and I'm all about my personally fit arch supports. They support my feet better than all the insoles I've jammed into my shoes over the years. And my Good Feet arch supports help me in a ton of ways, from overall support and balance to stabilizing my heels and the fact they distribute my body weight, especially when I'm golfing. I literally have spring in my step now. Check them out for yourself. The free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. You don't need an appointment, but you can certainly schedule one very easily online. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of, just like me. Get professionally fitted at goodfeet.com.
You think you know the odds? Picture this. You're at the gas station grabbing 4 delicious taquitos when you see an Ohio lottery ticket with 1 in 4 odds. You think, if I buy 4 in a row, 1's a definite win. Sorry, friend, but you'd be wrong. 1 in 4 odds means across the millions of tickets printed, 1 in every 4 is a winner, but not every 4th ticket since they're randomly distributed across the state. But 4 taquitos? That's a guaranteed win, 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 win. Learn more about common lottery myths at ohiolottery.com/knowtheodds. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot. And not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Need help with budgeting, debt, or savings goals? CME's certified financial counselors are here for you. Free, confidential, and ready to guide you with real-life solutions. Let's tackle your goals together. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit cmefcu.org for additional details.
Broadcasting